Let's
we're
go,
here.
baby.
My name is Peter. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm joined by Oscar, a Chelsea fan.
Ladies and gentlemen, my team did not play this week. But guess what? My owners weren't playing either. Let's go. Money moves. Transfer deadline day tomorrow. I'm feeling good. How you lot feeling?
Yeah, man's all right. I'm joined by Robinho, a Manchester United fan.
We're still in it, lads. The Brazilian flair is alive and well in Manchester. But I need these London clubs under investigation because the fraudulent transfers I'm seeing today alone, I said, what is going on here? These London clubs, yeah? I need another Juventus. I need another Calciopoli because it's something ain't right. Something ain't right.
Right, indeed. No, it's been quite a frantic weekend. Even when it's an FA Cup weekend, there's still things going on. Transfer window, of course, shuts tomorrow at midnight or 11 p.m. I think it is. And of course, we've had clubs making bids, making transfers, making moves, as well as the FA Cup has been giving us some action. The Premier League is back this weekend. Guys, what do you reckon? The big story... Oscar, go on.
I repeat, I wanted to get to support our lovely, faithful commenters that are in the building. You know what the show is all about, the comments. So... to Heart in the building, he says, big up people. He also says, Enzo Fernandez, Sue. Maybe it's not Sue time yet. I'm waiting for the official confirmation. But yeah, let's see. David says, big up top four. Big up you, David, of course. Mirad is in the building. He says, good evening to the greatest footballing podcast to air with the knowledge that #Champions Elect is a PL campaign, not the FA Cup campaign. Okay. He also says, Arsenal did not lose. Arsenal did not lose, so we can continue with the winners. I think you lost.
I hear that, Mirad. I hear that.
I think you lost. I think you lost.
You took an L. That's not. We don't forget L's. We will discuss the L. Don't you worry.
Doing an up block tour.
Up block tour is interesting. Let me tell you guys.
But by the way, guys, don't you worry. We did promote an inquest will happen, and that inquest will happen fairly shortly. Don't you worry.
Look, we talk about the sort of big stories very quickly in terms of the FA Cup rounds.
Yeah, let's run into those big stories, baby. It's news.
Well, yeah, Man City Friday night kicked us off at home to Arsenal. They got the 1-0 victory over the Gunners, which, to be fair, guys, like, if I'm honest, we held our own still with a couple of rotations. Oh, well, I mean, I'm going through the quick headlines, the quick ones, the quick pow. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously Arsenal, City doing their thing, more games for Manchester City. Who did they draw in the next round? Does anyone know?
I think it's tonight.
Nah, I don't know. It's
already
happened.
So
I just didn't care. It wasn't us.
Guys, let me promise you this. I'm not watching a single FA Cup game from now to the end of the thing. I'm not watching it. Are Newcastle still in that tournament?
No, they went out to Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm not watching
Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm not watching it. There's no team I care about in that tournament. I'm not watching it.
No team.
Nah, man. Who else should I care about?
Ryan Reynolds, Wrexham. Whoa, that sounds wild. Yeah, well, they drew 3-3 with was it?
So replay team.
Yeah, who did they draw with?
Outrageous.
I forgot who they drew with.
But yeah, Mr. Sam Lee Lokonga did not show himself well in that game.
What do you mean? Like, what do you
show himself
mean?
well? It was not there.
Right.
Robin, you're a Manchester United fan, yeah? Do not fall into the trap that these bonehead Arsenal fans have made for themselves, yeah? Where they lose the game 1-0, and all of a sudden they look for a scapegoat, the guy who played 45 minutes, yeah?
He didn't play well, though. That's what I'm just saying. I didn't say that it was a disaster. I said he just did not play well.
You know what? On Sambi, one thing I've come to realize, because I started watching some old comps of him at Arsenal, right? And I noticed that he had about 2 or 3 good games with Arsenal where, guess where he was playing? Guess what his position was? He was more so in an 8 rather than a 6. And so in my mind, I was like, hang on a minute. If his best positions for Arsenal have been in the 8, what are we doing wasting time with him in the 6? Like, it's making him look worse than he actually is. And I feel like, you know what, Mikel? Like,
I think his spatial awareness is not 100% there yet. But like, when he was
in the DM, that's the worst position to put him in.
No, I'm not saying that's why you play him there. I'm saying that's why he's not performing. So what I think is that when he gets the ball, his first thought is a nice pass forward. Like he doesn't really that dally. Yeah.
No, he passes forward.
He passes forward. Yeah. So I think the idea to play him deeper is just to springboard and push off. Like rather.
The thing is, he's played in the 8 before and he's performed well, and I don't know why we haven't gone back to that. Because like after a while, I was like, let me have a look at this Lokonga situation, and obviously he was the scapegoat for the goal. Which, by the way, Saka
had nothing to do with it.
It had nothing to do with him, but also, and it was more so on Xhaka's side. But we won't talk about Xhaka, will we? No, we wouldn't do that. But yeah, and Bukayo Saka as well. It's Saka's man. He's asleep. You know what I'm saying? And he's let man drift. Ake, who had an exceptional game against Saka, by the way, so you can see that happening again when they come to the Emirates. But the only thing that I was really annoyed with is the rotation that Mikel did. He did far too many changes, in my opinion. I felt like we should go to City, go out there and bang, beat him up. You know what I'm saying? Go to the next round. I was hoping to win. I was furious that we went out. You know what I'm saying? I know people ain't. I know people want to focus on the league and blah blah. All right, whatever. But like, City's 11 come out, and I was like, Jesus of Nazareth. They put out their Premier League team. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, because they're about it type of thing. Maybe 2 or 3 players that were not in the regular first team. But besides that, it was still pretty good. And then you had, then for me, it was like, even with the rotation, we still held our own. And if we put our full strength, I think we would have nicked something there. I'm very happy and confident with the performance, and I'm very confident about them coming to the Emirates in a fortnight. So, because we played well. We played well. City know that City were it deserved to be a draw. City know they got the goal, and then that was that. It was a good performance.
City had the better chances.
I wouldn't go that far.
You don't earn it. Big up Generous Dave in the building. I don't know why we can't see him, but
all right.
All right, he's gone.
A few comments on that game, and then I want to get to Arsenal in general because there's comments on that, and then there's City comments in general. Back on Lokonga, just for the quick second. Lola says he has no awareness when he's in the 8. He's slower than the Swiss Don. He has no urgency. There hasn't been one game where he's been the better of the CMs. He's even worse than El Neni. And then Nathan also adds to that, says Lokonga has no awareness.
For me, it's the urgency about him. I don't get that intensity that I would get from. It was night and day when Thomas Partey come off, right? It was night and day. But at the same time, I just think like we give Lokonga, 4 or 5 games in a row, which he won't get at Arsenal, understandably, right? 4 or 5 games in a row where he plays in his position where he's comfortable. We see a much better Lokonga. This notion that he's worse than El Neni, I'm sorry, I don't believe that. And really and truly, like, we ain't got to go far when we were all slating Xhaka at one point. So like these and lest we forget as well, Thomas Partey took a while to get used to that position because he wasn't pulling up trees in his first year. There was a game like halfway through the season, if not near the end, where I was like, oh my God, he's arrived. But it's been bit part with Thomas Partey. But now he's finally found his feet properly in the side. I just think like, at the end of the day, I just think the Lokonga stuff is just it's noise, and I don't know why he got the stick for this game when it wasn't his fault.
Well said, Peter. Well said. Well executed. Nathan says certain teams held 6 and 4 goals at the Etihad with full strength teams. Nathan, name a few names. Just throw names in there. Tell us names. I want to know what teams he's talking about because I don't know. Nathan says,
wow, your memory's mad.
What team is he talking about?
Chelsea and Manchester United. Let's not do this.
The comment says at the Etihad with full strength teams.
Yeah, last time I checked, you got 4 with your full strength.
Our strength was not full.
Turn it in, Robin. Robin, turn it in. He was in the Premier League game against Man City. You lost 6-3.
Listen. And then when we played them, guess what? We won. So then
oh yeah, the comment Nathan is saying certain teams held 6 and 4 with full strength teams. I'm not going to hear that.
My response is that we won 3-2 the second half.
Wow. Who was Chelsea centre half that game?
I have no idea.
Yeah, Bashir Humphreys was playing at centre half for us, and he's been shipped out on loan. We had bloody flipping.
How many players have you got, man? Flipping hell, man.
Stop it! Nonsense about full strength team. Give me a break.
Humphreys in your side.
It says Lokonga has played games and hasn't looked good enough. 5 and Swiss have had issues with. Oh, Partey
She
and
won't name him. Yeah, she
Partey,
won't
can
name
you
him.
just say their names? Partey and Xhaka have had issues with. But
Listen, I'm not trying to be part of this lawsuit.
It's held till July anyway. It's postponed to July, so he finishes the season. At least he finishes the season. Give me my Premier League title, boy. We can bounce.
Yes,
Let's move on.
oh, you're a crazy guy.
Yeah, you're a scumbag, Peter. I can't lie.
I'm a scumbag.
You said, give me the Prem and then go to jail. Right.
And then resume. You know what I'm saying? Then resume.
If Arsenal win the Prem and then Partey goes jail, surely the Prem gets rescinded. Like, we can't have that. We can't have
what?
That. We can't have
that. That's an outrageous take.
Okay. So Taha says we had a back four of Humphrey, Koulibaly, and Chalobah. Give it a rest. Let me just move on from that topic. Lola says on the City game, Haaland was silent in another game versus a Big 16. Peter, do you think Haaland was silent?
No.
I don't think either.
You know what it is? It's like if he doesn't score, he's silent. Or if he doesn't have a shot on goal, he's silent. I mean, there was a lot going on in that game where it was nip and tuck. Like, big up Rob Holding. He's one more than Pochettino. Big up him because at the end of the day, he swang with Haaland, got in his head a little bit. Haaland was a little bit hacked off with Holding. The same way Ben Godfrey, I think, pulled like a similar performance for Everton. Like, at the end of the day, like, man, look, was Haaland silent? I wouldn't say so because he was still threatening. I think there were still moments in the game where I was like, oh, guys, keep it together. And when he got Rob Holding that yellow, it was like, there's a red coming. This is a Tottenham Hotspur Rob Holding of last year, where Son on Holding. No. So, again, overblown. I think anyway. But yeah, you want to talk about Arsenal in general,
Arsenal in general.
Obviously,
the news that's coming out today. Obviously, the past couple of days, you've been heavily linked with Caicedo, and you've put in a bid for him, and then we had the whole fiasco with him, coming out on Instagram and saying, I'm the youngest of 10 brothers. He said, I'm just a poor boy.
Okay.
And then today the new story that's come out after that Arsenal are linked with Chelsea's number 5, Jorginho. How do you feel about this?
Bro, I'm excited. Listen, I'm excited about Jorginho. I'm a fan of him. So, like, for me, personally speaking, I don't mind seeing Jorginho at the club. If we can get a Maurizio Sarri Jorginho, I'm all in. I am all in. Whether that's Napoli or Chelsea version, I'm all in for it, right? Whether Mikel, I don't know. Mikel's obviously got an idea. Edu's got an idea. And, like, I trust it. Do you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I trust it. Like, I mean, you got to wait till the system is played. You got to wait and see how what the idea and the plan is. So far, like, look, Mikel and Edu, man, they've been doing their thing. They've been mixing and blending. You know what I'm saying? They've been bringing in players, and it's been working. And and they've even got better. Like, like Tommy Asu last year was our starting right back, no doubt. And now he can't get in the side. Kieran Tierney was our starting left back, no doubt. Can't get in the side. This is good. You have to applaud the fact that they've been making signings that are very, very, very good, very well. You have to bear in mind as well, like we're still like in the lead in the league, right? And we're fighting in other competitions, whatever. With Jesus injured, who has been a massive spark for us when he came, and Arsenal have just come out the blocks flying this season, right? So,
what have you got? One injury,
as in we've had Jesus out, and then
Poor you. One injury.
Okay, we're top of the league, innit? I'm not really boo-hooing. Like, I'm not crying. But what I'm saying is that, we've not even gone out there and splashed. Like, obviously, right now, guys, let me be very, very clear. You want to know what my stance is on Arsenal's transfer window? Moises Caicedo, Jorginho, whoever the hell you are, pay whatever it takes, because that central midfield position is essential for this title race. And if Arsenal are going to try and go hell for leather, guys, slap 100 million on Caicedo. I don't care. Make Brighton wobble. Make them wobble. Get your man, and done and dusted.
To quote,
Caicedo's a mug, though. Let's just be very clear. He's a moron, because the Instagram post or whatever it was.
He's got 10 brothers.
So what? I don't give a damn what he's got.
He's on 3K a week.
I mean, he's on 16. Let's not do this. He's not even on $3,000 a week. I mean, come on, right? He's like on 16K a week.
Even
right?
3 is bare,
By the way, 3 is bare.
Is it bare?
Oh wait,
Nah, it's a bit bare.
I love that.
No,
Nah, man, you have to look at your peers, man. It's not bare compared to your peers.
You're a 21-year-old who came from which club? Tell me what club they bought it from.
No.
Exactly. You couldn't tell me.
I thought about Solly March has done like 10 times the money.
Solly Marsh is dunking on you.
Yeah, but Solly March has put in the shifts. He's put in the years there.
Yeah, put in the hard graft, Solly.
Listen. You give me 3K a week, I will give you everything.
I just on this Jorginho point, because there's a lot of comments talking about Jorginho. Murad said, "Why am I hearing reports that we are looking to sign Jorginho?
Because he's a top quality player."
Nathan doesn't think so. He says J5 is meaty, no PMP, and is a sideways merchant. I think earlier Lola was saying that. She said here, nothing can be said to convince me to bring in a CM that is slower than Tar. I don't know what Tar is, but it's slow.
Mate, Thomas Partey. The thing is, maybe at Chelsea we haven't got the Jorginho that we're supposed to be receiving. That's what I genuinely think. I feel like there's another. I still think there's a quality player.
I think at Chelsea we've seen the best and the worst of Jorginho. I don't think you can say at Chelsea we haven't seen the one. This is a guy that's won the Champions League.
No.
He's won the European Cup at Chelsea.
You're right. Look, he's won trophies. But like when I look at what he did, for example, in the Euros with Italy, I felt like he was a different player. I didn't realize I wasn't watching this player that I watched in the Premier League. He looked like a different player to me.
He's performed far better in Europe for Chelsea than he ever has in the league. But not to say he hasn't had great performances in the league too.
I'm not saying that at all. That's why I said if I could get like that Sarri Jorginho where he was electric for Napoli, but then also good for Chelsea, mate. That's not a player to snigger at. You know what I'm saying? He's got 6 months left on his contract. He's an elite player. And how much will Arsenal spend? If
Nathan doesn't agree with you. He's speaking on that. I think when he says first season, I think he's talking about the Sarri season. He says, "Do man not remember his first season? He was getting deep fried and cooked. J5 had half a year, and people thought he was it. Yeah. He ain't that guy,
bro. Like he had to adapt to the league. I think Sarri's team over the season got better from where it began to where it finished. There was an improvement of that Chelsea side over the season, and players improved and players got better and better in that side. I think it's crazy. I just think that's crazy.
Pete, address this comment and then we can get Ian's thoughts.
No, Peter is trying to convince himself. No, you've seen what he is. He is not needed in our midfield. Sorry, J5 is dead, and I didn't rate him then. Okay, that's your opinion. Me, I think, especially the way we've seen Mikel and the coaching staff progress our players this season, there is no harm in having Jorginho come off your bench, which, by the way, like he doesn't come in and take someone's place right away. So imagine you've got him in your bench where instead of bringing on Sambi, you're bringing on Jorginho. You'd rather have Jorginho, wouldn't you? Like this is not even like even Caicedo. The whole point of Caicedo is like, look, he's a 21-year-old. He's going to come off the bench. Nobody is walking into our team. Trossard is a fantastic player to have off the bench. You know what I'm saying? When Martinelli's not scoring or if he's getting snuffed out of games, we can bring on a Trossard, for example. We're buying players for the bench.
No, but if at the start of the summer I told you you'd be top of the league by 5 or whatever points, and in the January transfer window to progress that team further and to get you slugging it out with City right up until the bitter end, you give me Leandro Trossard and Jorginho.
I think that's great strength. Yes, I'm not sniggering at that in January, bro. Think about your January signings and they're Trossard and Jorginho. I'm so sorry. That's really good. I get it. Chelsea have gone and got Mudryk. They've got João Felix over the line. You know, they're looking at Enzo Fernandez. You know, Liverpool got Gakpo. I get all that, right? But I'm sorry. There's nothing to snigger at with Jorginho and Trossard.
A big man. Here
we go.
Here we go.
Peter, what have I told you about? Even you have said it. Why are we shopping in man's bins, Black? I don't understand.
Okay, I'll stop you there. David Luiz and Willian, and then Jorginho. We're not going to put Jorginho in that same basket as David Luiz and Willian. We can all say David Luiz and Willian bins, but not Jorginho.
I think when we let go of Willian, he was a starter for Chelsea. And I think Jorginho is a starter now. The reason you're able to get him, if that is because he's out of contract at the end of the summer. and we're not renewing that contract. So he's either going to go for free, or we can maybe get 20 million out of you lot.
Mate, I'll pay it.
I'm sorry. There's a more serious big man. Why are we shopping at Brighton to try and win the title, bro? I'm sorry.
Because you need to get mate. Caicedo is a brilliant signing, man. It's a player who's proven in the Premier League in the last 18 months. He's basically unique. When you're fighting at the top end of the tree, you need to bring in players that are ready. What Arsenal can't do is afford to go and bring players from, let's say, other leagues and hope that they impact the first team right away, because they won't. Unfortunately, unless you bring in world-class talent, right? So Chelsea bring in Mudryk and João Felix. Guess what? They can rock up to any show and stay showed on. What I'm saying is, if you're bringing in, if you're not going to go shop in that end because we can't afford to shop in that market, you then look at players that have actually done it and proven themselves here. Guess what? Jorginho is definitely proven, and big up C1. It's night and day improvement on El Neni and Lokonga, because this is about the bench, right? And Trossard, again, night and day, he's proved it. He scores in the big games as well. Right, and he's slotted into Arsenal as if he's been training with them all season. Why? Because he's played in the Premier League. He's proven, and he's a starter in the Premier League with games under his belt. You can't be going like, okay, talk to me, David. What's your shopping list? 3 players you've got to choose off the top of your head in whatever position. Where are you looking?
My God. I would have gone in Didi if he's injured. I don't know if he's fit.
Are you joking me? Wait. Are you joking me? So,
bro, you asked me. You asked me.
Let him finish the list.
He's going to have Ndidi over Jorginho. All right, carry on.
Obviously, because if Partey's out for time, that means we're moving Xhaka into a position we know he can't. Defensive midfield is not a thing. That's not his thing, cuz.
Why do you think we will do that? I don't think we'll do that.
Well, so yeah, but like it, Partey is the worry, right? He's the one that's injury prone. He's the one that's just got a knock in the last game. So the midfielder you sign is coming in to play that role. So what David's saying, Xhaka, Jorginho, isn't that what you're expecting if you sign him?
Yeah, as in, but Jorginho's role in that midfield will be different to Partey's, even if they play in the same position. We know that
which is what I'm saying, bro. You're messing up our chemistry in the midfield. Right now, it is working brilliantly. Once one of them man go out, you're now messing about with asking them to do a role that they've not been doing the whole season.
Okay, so what happened to having a plan B? How many times do we comment and talk about managers not having a plan B, right? That's one of like the stick people are beating Klopp with at the minute. And Caicedo is meant to be the exact replacement for Partey, like for like.
Anyway, listen, whatever it takes, bruv, just get it over the line, bruv. If it means 100 mil, hey, let's go, bruv.
Facts. So who else is on your list? Ndidi, by the way, are you sure? Have you watched him the last couple of years? Come on.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie.
Leicester in a relegation battle, by the way. Let's be very clear.
Oh yeah,
David, who else is on your shopping list? The other two.
Bruv, I don't even know who did you buy, bruv.
I mean, let's go for a winger.
The market is bare, bruv. In January.
Why did I say winger? Sorry. Let's go for it.
We got Trossard. We don't know. Trossard is false 9. Anywhere front row.
First of all, he's not false 9. Second of all, I'm talking about David's shopping list, because I know David is not in favour of the number 14. So
who Eddie?
Yeah.
Listen, bruv. As I said, I said in the WhatsApp group chat, yeah, I ain't got no complaints, bruv, about Eddie, bruv. As long as you're scoring, hey, I can't say nothing, bruv. I can't complain.
Lola says, man wants to gas up J5 because he's better than 2 CMs who everybody knows aren't it. Wow, let's have a bloody party. The irony.
I'm sorry. Name me the player you're trying to sign then. Name me the players. You're in January and you're looking for emergency cover. Because that emergency cover pushes you over the line for the title.
The people have spoken. They want Ndidi. Nathan is saying, here, I'm taking Ndidi over J5. We need someone to screen the defense, and we have Martin Odegaard and Xhaka to progress the play anyway.
You can't play football though.
Yeah.
He's taking our technical level from A+ to a B. just him alone.
Because I think if you were going to play Jorginho, he'd be better served replacing Xhaka, not Partey.
And he might be as well, Oscar. He might do. That's the truth of the matter. Like he might do, because again, Sambi's still there.
Because if you have the steal of Thomas Partey and then you give the ball to Jorginho and he can sort of just dictate the play and have Odegaard who can drop deep and play with him, and then you've got runners on the wings. Peter.
What's good about Jorginho though is that if he can take the ball from defense and then move the ball forward. It's like when we had Cazorla, when we used to play 2 in central midfield in like the 4-2-3-1 formation. You had Cazorla in there where he would take the ball from the centre half and off he went. And yet he was one of our best playmakers. You know, I'm not going to shut down this case straight away. I think if Arsenal move for Jorginho and they sign him, I'll say, do you know what? Bang, here we go. That's something you can add on the bench. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit of experience. Like it's them ones. You know, it's madness to me. At the end of the day, like you just look at our players, right? Caicedo, of course, would be a fantastic signing. I'm all over it because even though our squad is young, you're looking at players that are 29 and 30 in midfield. So you do need to strengthen it with a bit of youth, a bit more youth. However, Jorginho is right there.
Pete,
if he's yourself, what's Tahar saying? To take this short-term improvement until you scout more long-term. Absolutely. Totally. I'm with Tahar on this one. You know what I'm saying? Long-term option is not common knowledge.
Honest, I think Tahar just wants to get rid. I think Tahar just wants to get rid.
Maybe fans do. Maybe they do.
IP.
Yeah.
Is Trossard a long-term signing or?
He's a 2 to 3 year signing. Great to have off the bench. And by the way, like it's not like he can't play. I mean, did you see him when he come on against Man United and when he plays for Man City? 2 big games, and he made his impact. Like, and Trossard, nobody was doubting Trossard. If you were, I'm surprised because look what he's done for Brighton this year and last year. Scoring.
It's just like that step up. Like I know, obviously, 2 games is, it's not much of a sample size, but that when I heard this,
David, it's squad bolstering. It's not the marquee. It's not the marquee. It's not the guy. I think that's unfortunate because you, like Peter's saying, you're looking at teams like Chelsea who need serious surgery, so they're buying the finished, ready players. Arsenal are top of the league, flying with a squad that has harmony and knows each other well, knows the team well in terms of the first 11. You know, you can pick a first 11. Like, guys, a lot of us can't pick first 11s right now. You can pick a first 11. So when it comes to that, adding in a player like Jorginho, I don't think it derails what you've currently got going on. And C1 has made a great point. He says it can be used in the Europa League if you were to challenge the league. Europa League is another avenue that Arsenal are going to have to come up against in this part of the season.
Hey, kind of thing, bruv.
And another experience. Jorginho experienced in the European arena. J5, you know, might as well get some 35-year-old centre mid from Monza. Same thing.
Respect Monza. They had a fantastic game this weekend.
Jorginho, come on!
Fantastic game.
There's a twofold.
Respect Monza.
Watching Juve in the mud was delicious. Was absolutely and also, you know, look at the squad Arsenal have, guys, and then you add Jorginho. This is not subtraction. This is addition. This is what you take to push on to the rest of this title. We got Trossard in, great signing. If we even if we don't get Caicedo, who I really want, if we don't get him and we get Jorginho instead, there ain't no tears coming from him. And for once, we're actually strengthening in January, which what cost us last year, but not strengthening.
I think for the title race part of the season, it's going to be you're also going to rely heavily on mentality. We've seen in the recent weeks players like Zinchenko's experience is coming into the fore, and Jorginho is one of the senior players at Chelsea. He's our vice captain. He very much carries the young players under his wing at times, and I don't think that's going to be a bad addition to your squad. I think that's good for you. Personally, I never want to give players to Arsenal. I think I made a famous comment on this podcast saying I didn't want to give you guys Willian because I thought that was a bad deal. Turned out Willian didn't work for you, but I don't want to give you guys Jorginho.
I trust Mikel with Jorginho. I'll keep it a buck. I trust it. I trust what he could do in training with him and look at a new role, a plan B for when it hits the fan. We could switch up the game, and that's the thing. If you switch up your play, other teams won't know how to defend against you because they're not ready for that kind of system yet because we haven't seen it yet. It's a great signing. I don't understand it.
Lola says it's an addition, by the way, by way of being better than Bambi. Wow, this is failure from Edu.
What do you mean? Like,
is that concerning that Arsenal have so many times made it abundantly clear that a certain player is a top target or one of the priorities, and in negotiation stages, Arsenal have failed to get deals over the line. Do you question Edu at any point?
No, it's nonsense. It's nonsense because at the end of the day, okay, look, what give me some players Edu failed at, right? Let's say he failed at Mudryk, right?
Yeah, they're going to say Mudryk. I mean, if you're going after Jorginho, then you can assume the Caicedo thing is almost one of those fairlies now because a bid was definitely placed.
Yeah.
I don't know how serious you were in for Lisandro Martinez as well, but that's one that people always throw up there.
Douglas Luiz,
you know what I'm saying? You gave yourself 24 hours.
Bruno was like 2 years.
Bruno Guimaraes was the worst, wasn't it?
He went to Brazil and came back empty-handed.
Look, you know, if we're sitting in 6th place, 7th place, and whatnot, we haven't strengthened our squad to the best of our ability. You can make that case, guys. The players he has brought in, like, let's take a look at what Edu has brought in. To say that he's failing is bizarre. Yeah, okay. He might not get his job, bro. What's not his job?
As in, if Arteta and your setup identify a top target and he's going there and he's failing to get the top target, and then Arteta is making the second target work, then that's credit to Arteta and the coaching staff.
Of course it is. Yeah, but don't eliminate just because Mikel says I want this Edu and Edu doesn't get it. It means it's an Edu failure. We have to look at the context of every situation.
Hey,
Chelsea come for 100 million for a player that's played 38 games, and we're supposed to sit here and be like, why has he not made 110 million?
Hold on. He's the director of football, bruv. Do your job, lad.
What? And pay money that Arsenal don't have.
No.
Is that what
Get the deal done. Get the deal done before Todd Bowley comes in with the big bucks, blood.
It's not about that. You guys identified Mudryk as a target in December. Chelsea on the 20th of January.
And guess what? The player wanted to come to Arsenal. Arsenal wanted the player. The only stumbling block was agreeing a fee, which Edu's not the banker, but it's agreeing a fee. No, that's not his job. That's not his job. His job is to identify the talent and go and make that negotiation with that player. The player wanted to come and Arsenal wanted the player. The only difference is whether Stan releases the purse strings and says, can we afford to spend 100 million? You think Edu is the final say? Of course he's not. He can only say, look, okay, I've got a player. This is what it's going to take to get Mudryk in. This is what it's going to take to get Caicedo in. This is what it's going to take to get Rafinha in. X, Y, and Z. But these players also have to make that, you know, if it's a case of, I couldn't convince Rafinha to join Arsenal over Barcelona, and we're gonna pin that on Edu, crazy. If we're gonna talk about Brighton, who said under no circumstances are we selling this player, and they've been emphatically clear with this. And as soon as how ironic was it when we put in a bid, it was rejected within 5 minutes. All of a sudden, it just came out. It just kept coming out. And Arsenal Arsenal have gone to 75 million for Caicedo, and Brighton say no. At some point, you have to leave it, right? I'm not angry about that. I think they should go for it, because it can get us over the line for the title. Get us over the line.
There you go, MP. That's what I'm saying. We believe if we sign this player, we can win the league, bruv.
Yeah.
Get it done, bro.
Arsenal believe it as well, hence why they're bidding. That's why Arsenal's bidding.
Close up. He needs to up his Viva, blood. Arteta, this season, I can't even say jack about Arteta. He's doing his thing, guys. Edu, up your Viva, mate.
Listen, you're talking, but I find that crazy because he's lost out on transfers of teams that are bidding 100 million for players.
Hey, this is the cruel world. This is the cruel business of football, guys. Get it done.
But David, newsflash. Let me bring you. Let's come to the real world now.
Hey, let's go to
when you go toe to toe with Chelsea, you always lose. Chelsea will outbid you from Kingdom Come, and we haven't been in the Champions League. We ain't been in the Champions League for like 5 years. Who the hell are we? Right?
We're the Arsenal, bro. That's what we are.
We are the Arsenal, but listen,
we're the Arsenal, cuz
we are the Arsenal, yeah. But if you go toe to toe financially with Chelsea, you lose. It's simple. It's not an Edu trying to convince thing. Shakhtar agreed the deal because Chelsea gave them the money. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like what were we off, like nearly 5 million off, whatever the reports were. I mean, look, if Brighton are rejecting, we're not even talking about Brighton here. Yeah. If they're rejecting 75 million for Caicedo, who they bought 18 months ago for 4 million, something's wrong with Brighton, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Like, Edu should try and do his thing, but Come on, this is.
Well, Peter, don't you find that bizarre?
It's ludicrous.
No. I said what? You can bid 95, but you can't bid 100. Similarly, you can bid 70, 75 for Caicedo, but you can't bid 85 or whatever it takes to get that over the line. Don't you find that a bit weird?
Chelsea had offered like 70 million up front.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's you got to bear that in mind. Listen, we could bid 120 million. We could still lose to Chelsea 70 million because Chelsea might keep you the 70 there. Yeah. And we might say we'll give you 50 here, we'll give you 30 here, plus 20 next week.
That little war donation as well.
Yeah, and of course, well, yeah. That doesn't go amiss, does it? So
that should be illegal, by the way.
It's a farce, Adrian. I've got Chelsea activating a release clause of 100 million as we speak for Enzo Fernandez. It's like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, and addressing properly, World Cup winner Enzo Fernandez. Lola O has a comment, and Nathan's got one afterwards. They're saying, "Oh, boo-hoo, we lost out to Chelsea. Guess what? We went in the summer and did niche. We had before the World Cup and wasted time again. A man left the door open and then lost. Edu is a double snakes." Nathan then says, "Peter, is Edu paying you to back him?" Tahar is kind of backing you. He's saying, "Look, Edu's a victim of circumstance. He always gets done over, but it's never his fault."
Bro, like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here? Like, we got to look.
Edu will be the reason Arsenal dropped like Liverpool. That's crazy.
It's just wild.
Damn.
That's just crazy.
Wild.
To be honest, the fact that Stan is actually spending, I've not heard Kroenke out in a hot minute. Still.
Do you know what's so funny? Do you know what's so funny? Yeah, the Kroenkes came out from day one and said, when we get majority share, we will be the ones spending the money. When we become the owner, we'll be spending the money. At the time, they were having to fight with a billionaire Uzbekistan man who had 33% of the club. So if imagine me and you are in business, but you own 40%, I own 60%. I'm not going to splash 100 million on the business because at the end of the day, it's not all only mine. When it's yours, you can then be like, you know what? Now I'm comfortable. I'm secure. This is everything here is mine. And by the way, his team just won the lacrosse championship, by the way. Another Kroenke team that's winning stuff. So let's just see it. Let's just see what happens.
All right.
Come on.
You said 60-40.
I say again. What?
You said 60-40, like the deal.
Kroenke had like 63% and Usmanov had like 30 something. It was something silly like that. It was or less. But anyway.
It's like Krypton Conan's record deal. It's a bit crazy over there.
Wow.
Nathan said, in how many years has Edu been here and had only one hit in Martinelli? Hey, Martinelli a slam dunk though.
We can't say that. No, pop. Hang on a minute.
What are we doing?
I said that one. What?
Bro.
Lola says Martinelli deal wasn't even with him. He's a bloody loser. They are cooking Edu today.
No, come on, man. You've got to draw the line somewhere. So he gets no praise?
It's bizarre. It's bizarre. Like this squad of Arsenals, take out the Haaland lot, right? The squad of Arsenals is like primarily Edu. Like Ramsdale's there, right? New goalkeeper. You know, he came in when Tierney was signed. He came in when Saliba is signed. He came in when Zinchenko and the like. Right? Oh, look at our 11 for goodness sake. Ben White. You know what I'm saying? Tommy Ass.
Benny Blanco.
You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't know, man. It's bizarre. To attack Edu is just weird. That's just weird. Like it's just weird. We're bidding, clubs ain't budging, and we're throwing our arms up because we're not negotiating better. Oh, come on.
I mean, in losing out on certain things, I completely understand where you're coming from, but Arsenal knew they needed a midfielder this January. You knew it, and it's January 30th. So
yeah,
there's something there to be said.
And we're pursuing. The thing is, we pursue. The thing is, and you know, due to our own, it's nobody's fault. But we spent a lot of time on Mudryk this January, right? We knew we wanted a central midfielder because guess what? When we were trying to get Douglas Luiz, it was clear. Everybody knew that he wanted a central midfielder, but January, we spent a lot of time looking at the Mudryk deal, and then we ended up getting Trossard over the line. We could still get a centre midfielder, and guess what? People are moaning about, but just because they're better than Lokonga and Melneny, we should. Bro, that's biggest bolstering our squad. Our squad is what's going to win us the title. It's the squad.
What happens? Tomorrow's the 31st, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
When does the window end? Midnight, yeah, or 11?
It's like 11 o'clock.
What happens if we don't sign a midfielder?
We move on, bro. We press on. Like I'm not gonna sit here and
no.
We you know what I'm saying? We move on.
Let's not go left wing here now.
What?
Let's not go all the way. So you leave the midfield as it is.
Well, what can I do? What am I gonna do?
No, I'm sorry. Eddie needs to produce something by midnight. He needs to produce something. I don't care if he pulls a rabbit from his backside. I need a CSCM.
Yeah.
But bro, let's face it. Like you're going hammer and tongue with Man City to fight for the league. You know you're one midfielder injury away from everything going kaput, blowing up in your faces. And Eddie and Arsenal have now got an opportunity to go and find players to bolster that squad and to give you the best opportunity to win the league.
It worked for lack of trying, though. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we've had 3 bids rejected, and we're going for Jorginho if we believe in Port.
You can't.
Like, cool.
But then it was Douglas Luiz in the summer. Then it was
not 2 seasons in a row,
in the summer. You know what I mean?
Not 2 seasons in a row. Last year, being inactive cost us top 4. You can't cost me the title doing the same thing.
100%.
We weren't inactive this year. Last year, we didn't bid for anybody.
No.
Players, the difference between last year and this year, last year we let about 4 players go, brought in nothing. This season, we've bought Trossard, we bought Kibia, and we haven't sold anybody.
No, what I mean by that, not completing what we fully give us a chance to challenge. If we lose, we lose this title race because we didn't get a midfielder, bro, I'm laying that squarely at Edu.
But also at the same time, by the way, when we didn't sign the Douglas Luiz, nobody saw us being top of the league. We've been top of the league since.
That's summer. That's summer. I don't care.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not impossible. It's not beyond the realms of possibility. Arsenal could still win this league without a new central midfielder. It's not beyond, because what we're hoping on is Partey doesn't get injured. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't get injured.
Anderson, you man signed Kiwi, you know.
Wow.
You remember the name, innit? You remember the name?
Can I get a final point on Arsenal? I feel like we've spoken about Arsenal for quite a bit of time.
Forever.
Can I ask a question? Do you man reckon Arsenal will be at this level for years to come? I think this is just a freak season. Many players are performing heavily above their actual level. You can't see Ramsdale, Gabriel, Xhaka performing like this in the semi-final at the Bernabeu.
And that's the other thing as well, guys, yeah? Arsenal need to get something in to hold them at least till the summer. Because say we're in the Champions League, now it's a different kettle of fish you're scouting with. You understand? Like, this is not the time. This window doesn't necessarily mean this is the long-term plan or whatever. January transfers are not always like great. They are panicky stuff, or they're reactive situations.
Van Dijk was bought in the summer.
Yeah, but he was bought in January. But
January.
Yeah, but remember, Liverpool chased him all summer. Southampton said no. Klopp said, "Don't worry, I'll get you the next time round." So that was technically their summer signing.
He announced he was signed on Boxing Day, that's right.
Yeah,
the best Christmas present I've ever got.
Yeah,
one of the greatest.
I've got better Christmas presents since.
Yeah. No, listen. I hope Caicedo or Jorginho gets through the line. I hope it. You know, and if it doesn't, it's like, okay, gutted that it doesn't happen. We just hope and pray that there's no injuries to Partey and Xhaka. That's the truth of the matter.
Big man, we got 19 games. On top of that, Europa League. Hey, yes.
Yeah, but listen, the Europa League, don't even look at Partey in the Europa League. Don't even think about it. Sambi's got at least 4 games left in the season in the Europa League, at least. So,
can we talk about the other team that played Arsenal this week? Because there's big news over there too.
Good grief.
Endo says, bro, how did City sell Cancelo on loan? Mad.
Hey, get rid.
Says Cancelo gone to Bayern.
Pep had enough, lad. Get rid.
Pep was... Thing is, Cancelo was fuming because he was getting beat by Lewis, right? Lewis was playing at left back at some stage.
So apparently there was a bust-up between him and Pep. And not even those two, like bare people in the training ground, to the point where Cancelo threatened to leave City. He said, "You know what? You can leave." And then Pep just like, "All right, cool.
Yeah, bye."
Bruv. What? I've got 5 league titles or something like that. 4 or 5 league titles.
Man don't care about.
It's annoying because
I've lost Messi. Who are you to me?
Yeah, I've lost Messi.
My fantasy, I have to go buy a new one because he was always guaranteed points. But oh well.
I got shot of Cancelo. I got shot of Cancelo when once he got dropped. I got shot of him.
Yeah, I can't lie. He started getting dropped and he started just not affecting games. So
let's not be honest. This has been out of the blue. I did not see this coming.
But I don't care, bruv.
Big up Stub. Yeah, no, the thing is, like, the truth of the matter is this, blood. Like, this is ruthless behavior. You know what I'm saying? What? You think you're gonna chat to me? Cut, bro. And then Bayern are willing to get him on loan. And then I don't know if it's mandatory or
70 million option to buy.
Like that, bang, 70 million. If they
say 70,
it's like 60 something.
70.
As in 70 million euros.
Yeah, because it was like 62 million pounds. Yeah, it's mad. It's mad.
No, option to buy at the end. Option to buy at the end.
So the loan is what, free?
Yeah.
It's like 8 million or something, you know what I mean? So
Okay.
Hey, man, them know how to sell you now. That's mad.
That's outrageous.
Man.
It's the quickest transfer you'll see, bruv.
Hey, but
so quick.
Buying not stingy, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, tight-fisted.
No, there was a little incident, well, not an incident, but like after the FA Cup game against Arsenal, you know, Ake scored and all the City players got very, very happy for him and they were patting him on the back and giving him all the love. And then the commentator asked, you know, Ake gets a lot of love from the players. He's the popular figure around the dressing room. Pep basically like, why do you think this is? And he was just like, you know, he's a good professional. We like the guy. He's a good guy. Everybody here is happy for him. And then he paused and he was just like,
except one.
he didn't say it, but that's what he wanted to say.
He said except
one. Because I think he was alluding to the fact that Cancelo weren't that happy that Ake was calling.
It's got to be. It's got to be in it.
Absolutely. And you know, he done a great job on Saka, and I'm sure we're going to see that again come the Emirates. It's going to be, guys, if anything that you learned from that game, it's going to be blockbuster at the Emirates when they play Man City.
I don't know. I was hoping to get a little trailer. I was hoping to get a little teaser of
what you don't think you got a little nugget? No.
Yeah, that was Friday night snooze.
Oh, turn it in. Maybe because I was heavily invested. I don't know.
Yeah, you were heavily invested, but to the neutral, that, you know, there wasn't many chances, wasn't, you know, cutting edge knockout football as we expected. Lola says Ake is a good player. I like him a lot.
Let's talk Oscar. Let's move on. Oh, are we doing comments? Okay.
Pep refers to Wow as Mr. Cancelo. It's the start of the end. Yeah. Pete, where we going?
Man. It's a lot of things, guys. Look, let's go elsewhere, man. You know what I'm saying? In the FA Cup, even when they lose Trossard and Caicedo has been sent to stay at home, Brighton and Hove Albion still beat Liverpool in the FA Cup. Unbelievable scenes.
Is it time? Because Peter,
yes,
this week I have seen tears come from Merseyside. They've all lost it. They've all lost it. My guy, Adrian, I'm going to ask you again. Do we have to look at the man that's running the show? Or is it still a board problem?
We'll look at what?
Mr. Norbert.
Well, he set the team out wrong again, hasn't he? He done silly things when we were in the ascendancy. He took off our best players and he brought on our worst performing players, and you saw it. The level dropped almost instantaneously. But that's as far as I'll go.
That's as far as you'll take it.
I'm not going to be preposterous. I'm not going to go overboard and say let's get rid of the guy. Like for me, like Klopp. He safety in my books is 100%. He deserves at least until the summer just to get rid of get some backing. Give the guy some money for goodness sake. Let him get in some decent players, and then we can go again. Like you don't suddenly turn into a crap manager overnight, in my opinion.
My question to you is though, do you think he could do it again?
Do what again?
As in bring Liverpool back up after this, or is this cycle done?
Liverpool can easily challenge for the league again next season. Like it's not.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's overblown because Liverpool have been horrific. Like Liverpool have been awful. Genuinely, this is the worst I've seen Liverpool in about 10 years. Like this is bringing me back to the dark days of Kenny. Like, but because for me, like we're getting to the point now where there's a point in the season. It was like November. We were bad, right?
Yeah.
and it's gotten even worse. I remember like Andy Robertson, with his fit Dundee accent or wherever the hell he's from, he was like, yeah, guys, 2022, yeah, and the end of it was a very good. We're gonna make things better next year, and we've come back worse. We want to. I've Liverpool won a game in the league this year. I don't know. I can't remember.
They won a game.
I don't know. I forgot what it feels like to win. And the worst thing is, I can't even look on the calendar and tell you, yep, bang, 3 points. We can restart things again. We can jumpstart the season again. I don't know. I don't know.
No, but I feel like a lot of Liverpool fans are trying to not blame Klopp because of all its success for it. And I'm looking at it as like, no, this guy, at some point, this guy has to hold some of the blame of this season, in my opinion. I feel like Liverpool are sometimes shooting themselves in the foot. But yeah, as WC says, he's never done it before. So I don't know. I've never seen it before. And at the same time, these substitutions that he's making, yes, I can say Klopp is one of the best managers in the world. Not a problem. But this season, he's not been there. And I don't know if he can carry on to next season like that. I just don't know. I don't know.
So Robin, let's not sit on the fence. Let's get frisky. So what are you suggesting then? What Liverpool should pull the trigger? Because you said you don't think he could continue to next season.
I said yes, next season. If it carries on like this, I don't know.
Guys, like, are we not just like thinking that it's the quality in the squad that's the issue here?
No,
Oscar, that's the problem.
Because
I
think
why
it could be both though. It could be both though, because like Adrian said, halfway through the game during Brighton, he took off the best players that can create something and put on worse players. Why did you do that when you're chasing the win?
I mean,
but it's not the first time. It's not. It's been going out for the whole season.
But Liverpool's issues are far bigger than the Brighton game that just happened. And Liverpool's issues are like we're discussing with Arsenal and Chelsea and Manchester United. They're issues that at the base level, yes, you could get better results in 1 or 2 games of the season. Has Klopp lost games on poor decisions? I'm sure he has. But their issues can only be rectified in the transfer market.
Yeah.
Their midfield, guys, it's not of the level.
But
it's not of the level.
But then you're doing the same thing that I'm thinking. That are you saying that Klopp gets none of the blame whatsoever?
I'm not. I never said that. I just said some of the results we can blame Klopp and say Liverpool shouldn't be 10th or 9th or wherever they are in the league with Klopp.
That's a disgrace.
You should be performing better. However, if you are going to sack a Champions League winning manager and a league winning manager, somebody that's proven he can do it for your club, you better provide some serious reasoning, and you better say the team is good enough to get right now. If Klopp is performing at his highest level, I don't think that team is good enough to win the league. So get that team to a level where it is good enough, and then you can question the man that's done it.
Yeah, give him the tools.
Like I would love to be on here cussing off Klopp. I would love to. But right now, it just feels so disingenuous to do that. Like it's not his fault. Like it's not.
Yeah, he's a beaten man. He's a man who knows that I'm in hell, and like I just have to firm it and get on with the season. Like when Liverpool were going out to Brighton and they were like, the champions are out, and it was like you made you remember, like bloody hell, Liverpool did win trophies last year. It's not like they've been out of
They were phenomenal last year.
Yeah, they were outrageous last year.
A quadruple.
You know what I'm saying?
They were runner up in everything, and if they weren't runners up, they won the thing. That's how it was.
If Klopp finishes 10th this year, give him a new contract. You know what? We're not in a conversation of sacking him. It's outrageous.
Keep him on.
I feel like if this was at Chelsea, it would have been a different story. I've seen it with Mourinho. I've seen it. I've seen it with Sarri. I've seen it Conte.
What would be the different story? The different story would be Chelsea would sack him. Yeah, but Chelsea's not the model of how to do things. Surely we've seen
Chelsea isn't the model of how to do things, but Chelsea's a top club. Is we not saying that?
Yeah, but we're not the model. We've been doing it wrong. We've sacked, like you mentioned Mourinho. We've sacked every manager since Mourinho.
I mean, Oscar, I don't know how wrong you've done it. To be fair.
Yeah, I've
seen a lot of league titles. I've seen a couple of Champions Leagues in there. You know what I mean? It's not that.
I don't know. I don't know if it's wrong.
Guys, don't piss me off. Liverpool challenged for the league last season. Chelsea haven't challenged for the league since 2017. Do not get me started.
Do the math. Yeah.
Or do the freaking math.
It's not. Endo said, Oscar, this is basically the same squad that nearly won the quad. So lack of quality is not the issue. Even if it was,
I agree.
it's choosing not to sign players.
No. See, look, what Klopp did last year is what Pochettino did at Spurs, where he made people believe these players are better than what they are. We all knew from day one that midfield was meaty. I'm hearing people say, "Oh, we ain't replaced Wijnaldum." Let's keep it a buck. Man, them weren't praising Wijnaldum before the Champions League and before the league title. They weren't praising Henderson before these things, and we're back to where we are. We're not praising these players because the truth is they're not that good. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, the forwards have been sorted. I think the defense is fine. It's just the midfield. If you can get that midfield sorted, we're off. We're off.
I also think defense is an issue. I said the last pod, but hey,
I mean, I don't know, man. Liverpool more time when they're the team on the up on top. They're the ones with the ball. The defense. I mean,
I'm just trying to say.
I'm not laughing. I'm not figuring at their defense.
Yeah, I'm not alarmed.
No one. I'm just thinking no one should be exempt from blame, and I feel like a lot of people are trying to exempt because of what he's done, and he's just not been good this season, Klopp.
But have their owners been good? Has that?
No.
First of all,
I'm not saying, and I said it. He's
Liverpool
not the only one to blame, but he shouldn't be an exemption, is what I'm trying to say.
The club needs to be sold, and they need to get new owners. And those new owners need to come in with Jurgen Klopp at the helm. They don't need no new.
Yeah, Jurgen Klopp should pick the flipping owners. Yeah, and he should give them his vision. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Come on.
Robert, you know what? I'll tell you what. Though. Do you know what? Though, do you know what I'm genuinely starting to believe? Though, do you know what I'm genuinely starting to believe that these players are not listening to him. I'm starting to believe because.
What makes you say that?
It's chalk and cheese, Liverpool. This Liverpool I'm watching now, as you said, it was taking you back to the Kenny days. This Liverpool team I'm watching week in, week out at the minute. Who the hell are they? Who are these?
Peter. I just think football is complex because I don't think it's an issue of them downing tools. I think it's two things. I think some of them physically can't do it anymore. Like I don't want to call a man finished at the age of 29, 30, but you see Fabinho.
Flipping hell.
Like you see that horror. You see that horror.
He should have been sent off. He should have been sent off.
No, but do you know why that tackle happens?
Yeah.
He's so out of rhythm. He's so off the pace. I said that like 3 months ago. He's 3 seconds late to everything.
That's a disgrace. That's a disgrace that went to VAR and there was nothing done about that.
And
that's an absolute disgrace.
What was the other one? Was it Robertson?
Pull it out.
It was Robertson.
Was it Robertson as well? Liverpool started playing rugby.
There was like 3 red cards that could have happened.
But that's you don't blame Klopp. I look at the players thinking, hang on a minute, you lot are actually now trying to do shortcuts. When I was watching those fouls, I looked at shortcutting players.
Shortcuts. Yes, Peter.
Yeah, they're not about it, bro. And that's I put that on them.
It's either they're not about it or they can't do it no more.
What did Alex Ferguson teach us about winning this league and keeping a team at the highest level over and over and over again? I know there's that famous story where he says to Dwight York has a great season and he says to him, "You'll be in my plans next season." A few months later, Dwight York is at a petrol station. He sees a newspaper that he's being sold and he's gone. Yeah, you have to recycle.
Ain't that how you found out he had the kids?
Mad thing.
That's oh man.
Wow. Okay, there was an interview that came out the other day about Pep, and they were asking. I think Rio.
From Rio.
Rio Ferdinand interviewed Pep, and he was saying sort of a similar situation. Like, how do you win the league and then win the league and keep the same hunger with these players there? And he said sometimes the players have it within them. Other times you just have to refresh. You just have to and you can see it. He's selling players. You know, he ousted Aguero at one point. He got rid of Sterling. Now Cancelo, we're seeing it. Cancelo's won league titles. He's one of the best players in their team, arguably. He's saying, you know what? If you're not ready for this mission that I'm trying to take you on, then move out. So maybe some of the better players that we see as better players, Klopp needs to move on. But in my opinion, it starts with them before Klopp.
Yep, 100%. 100%. Pathetic bunch of losers. But one thing I will say, I genuinely I think there must be there's a mental block. No, I don't even think there's a mental block. I think when you come so close yet you're so far away. To then find that motivation, that zeal to get up pre-season, pressing, because Liverpool don't press anymore. It's the eye tests, the metrics. They're running slower. They're running for shorter, and they're running and they're doing it less times per 90. Like it's factual. And I just think like some of these players are they're spent. They're finished. Physically, finished mentally, like it's tough. And to be fair, to a degree, I don't even blame some of them to keep going. Like, bro, I've got 97 points, I've got 92 points, and it was for nothing. And you want me to go again when City just got Haaland?
SW6 says, do you know what Fergie also did? He made changes amongst the staff. Klopp doesn't do these things. Pep changes different aspects. But I'll tell you what, Fergie kept the same chef there since 2003. We know that. But
the same towel in the swimming pool.
It brought in 13 Premier League titles.
Is that something to look at for Klopp?
What's funny is that you always saw, like Fergie's number twos that were different. Carlos
McLaren,
Rennie Millenstein, McLaren.
Carlos Queiroz.
But the thing is, as well, Liverpool. I mean, look,
top red.
Like
you're a top red man.
What? So what? What? Do you want me to say? Do you want me to slag Jurgen Klopp? Say we should get rid of him. And then do what?
I'm not saying get rid of him.
No. I couldn't say that comment.
Yeah, I say just question. Just question him.
Question him. He's not been good enough. Give him the summer. Give him some bloody good players, and we'll go again.
Yeah. Liverpool will still make the top four. So
I'm not sure about that, though, Peter. I'm not sure about that one.
Guys, it's January.
I think Chelsea have a better chance of making top four than
Peter,
Liverpool.
the Brentford game, because Peter.
You said Chelsea ain't making the top four. Chelsea are making the top four as well.
So two places have opened up.
Let's be very
I'm curious to see who drops out. I'm really curious.
Chelsea and Liverpool will be in the top. Will be playing Champions League football next season.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
Let's move on.
What, you say one of them wins the Champions League? All right.
No. What I said was Chelsea and Liverpool will be playing in the Champions League next season. That's what I said.
But also, just on that comment, Pep Linders, right? Pep Linders didn't make Fabinho sieve down young Ferguson, did he?
No.
By the way, Pep Linders didn't make Joe Gomez bend over like he was in the flipping Notting Hill Carnival, did he? But to be fair, by the way, I don't really blame Gomez too tough for that. Matoma's a wizard.
Oh, did you see what he done? That was fantastic.
No.
Fantastic.
Have you seen the memes, Adrian? They're calling them Ice Spice.
It was.
Man was clapping shit.
Nunez said Gomez heard bend your back in and dig it, and he acted accordingly.
In brother, I don't know what was going on there. He's moving like a drunk yo in Dirty Martini.
Dirty Martini.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nathan said Gomez bent down like Ogar.
They made man prostrate backwards, sinfully. What?
Yeah, no, it was a world-class goal from Matoma.
No, guys. Nathan said I thought it was Magic City.
I said, yo, Magic City Gomez.
Oh, dear.
With him, right?
All right, let's move it along. I mean, Oscar.
Where are we going next, Pete?
Obviously, the Chelsea didn't play any football this weekend.
Chelsea!
Because they were out of the FA Cup. However,
they need to be investigated.
I mean, look,
to be investigated. This money stuff.
Chelsea.
How
Man United hit the club to launch this investigation. You spent upwards of $1 billion since Fergie left.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, since Fergie left.
Not in the top. Look,
cry. Do you know why? Yeah,
because
let me. Can I have a moment of honesty? Can I have a moment of honesty amongst the court? Yeah.
Crack on.
When Roman Abramovich bought Chelsea and all this money came in, and we were filthy rich. Let's just say the word filth. It had a key part in that sentence. You know?
Blood money.
There was an element of dirt, of taint to this Chelsea money. Where it kind of felt a bit guilty. It's like
murder
money. But then we started winning leagues, and to be honest, I didn't care. I turned a blind eye to it. I didn't really care. But it remains.
Oscar's a scumbag.
Why am I scumbag? Because my team won Premier League title. Why am I scumbag?
I'm gonna be real. United are the cleanest club of this podcast, you know.
Yeah. So when people say,
we support some sinful teams, I'll tell you that.
Let's not speak about it. When people were saying, you guys are oil rich, blood money, all of these things, maybe in the back of my mind, I used to think, maybe this isn't nice. Maybe this isn't the right way. Maybe that I wish the club came up under different means. But then one fateful day in 2021. Oh, sorry, was it 21 or 22? 2022. It was last year. One fateful day in 2022. Chelsea were sanctioned by the UK government. And I saw all of you lot. Come out your woodwork and say, Chelsea's going down the drain. Yep. Chelsea's going to be in League 2. We'll take Reece James for 10 million, please. We'll take N'Golo Kante for 3.5 million. Chelsea is no more. The days of Chelsea ruining the Premier League are done. But guess what? We're back, baby. Okay? 300 mil in the summer, that wasn't enough. We're back again in January, and we're doing a better transfer window than we did last time. Yeah? So we're dunking on you lot. I don't care if we're 10th in the league because we're coming back, right? We're coming back. So you lot can say what you want to say.
You better hope Potter bring them back.
As long as the date. 10th, Thursday the 10th of March, 2022. I was on the train. I found out Chelsea got sanctioned. I saw everyone making memes saying RIP Chelsea. They were really... we're spending for you, man. I want to cry. Hold it. The way you guys laugh, we sat in the streets and we starved, and you guys got fat. Now it's time for us to get fat, baby.
That bench press.
Absolute tool.
Let me tell you now, guys.
Here we go.
If Enzo Fernandez goes through BBC, I need panorama. On Chelsea Football Club.
Peter, panorama's very good,
bro.
Then I pass the Toby go off scot free. You need the court. You need the court of arbitration.
He has.
I even forgot. Assad says, we're definitely getting a transfer ban. We already had one. We already had a transfer ban. We found a transfer ban for 2 windows.
Oscar, deep this though. Oscar, on a real. Can you envisage one football club spending 200 million in one January window? Not even like, in the summer, rare. In January.
Yeah,
January. Statistic.
They think the money started with us. When Manchester United signed Roy Keane for 3.5 million, that's when it started. All right, that's when it started.
What do you mean? Don't bring us into your nonsense. We got our own nonsense already.
Oscar was cancelled out, man. Come on, it was cancelled out. Like Leeds literally won the league, and they went and brought their centre forward.
I saw a graphic today that with inflation factored in, the 3.5 million that they spent on Roy Keane would be 117 million today. What?
I think we used to be broke. What? The currency.
Chris Sutton. Apparently, Chris Sutton's move to Blackburn Rovers was worth 100 million in today's market.
He won the league. Money well spent.
Well,
do you guys know that Chelsea alone have spent more money than all the clubs in Ligue 1, Serie A, La Liga, and whatever they have, and the Bundesliga combined? Chelsea alone has spent more than 4 leagues combined.
Alexa, play "Broke Boys" by Drake. Let's run it.
But the thing is,
I didn't know Bowley had money like this, though. I knew he was rich. I didn't know he was this rich.
Bowley's checks are fat, bro.
They were laughing at you. They were calling you Mr. Scattergun. They were calling you... They were laughing at you. Who's laughing now?
Do you remember when they were calling it, when they were doing Scattergun approach? Do you not remember that?
I remember that.
You don't remember the Scattergun thing?
No strategy.
But now Arsenal are signing. Are going. One day you're linked with him. Now you're linked with him. The next day you're linked with my man. Now you're linked with this. You're linked with players that Chelsea actually made bids for. Who's approaching Scattergun? Look,
wow.
once Bowley got players, once Bowley got people in structure in the recruitment and above him and the board, like the strategy has been clear. And I tried to say it like 3 weeks ago, but man, I don't know if you lot were hearing me or not.
Why is Conor Gallagher leaving?
Get rid, man. Pack your bags.
Because it's trash.
Quite clearly, this January, Chelsea have signed a lot of players and
40 million.
They need to. That's why this Jorginho thing is even being entertained, because we have to get players off the books. If we're bringing in Enzo,
you damn right you do. You damn right you do.
Yeah, I mean,
like Asad said, that if you don't, that transfer ban is coming.
Hey, Murad said Chelsea are going to have to rename themselves West London Blues. Do you remember when these were the jokes that were running?
For real. Honestly, yeah. It's what do you know what's annoying me though? Like, maybe Oscar's seeing it more, but like the way like this Chelsea are just doing things and no one is saying anything, man. I'm sitting there like, brother, like what is going on? Like I'm sitting there like, can somebody put a stop to the madness? Okay. Clubs, Liverpool can't sign players. United ain't signing players. Arsenal are struggling with Brighton, and yet we got Chelsea who just wake up, go to Benfica, knock on the door again, and say, "Look, we're gonna slap that release clause on your head."
Making it rain.
You spent 20 million quid on a loan for João Felix, and then you spent 100 million on Mudryk. Chelsea are spending 220 million pounds in this frigging window in January. Come on. This is so bent. It's before our very eyes. It's so
Peter. They're deciding in guys to come in and play right back next season.
No, honestly.
They got Malibu on the way.
You see players like Badiashile came in and like no one batted an eyelid, bruv. I was watching a player play at Anfield wearing number 4. I said, wait, Chelsea ain't got a number 4. Who's this bloke? For me to then find out he was signed like the weekend before. No.
And you can't even miss him. He's a lighthouse.
Let me show you what another thing that annoys me, yeah, because Jose Mourinho said there was a campaign against Chelsea. And he was so right. Murad says, I didn't know what the word amortization meant until Chelsea started spending money. Do you not think since FFP came in, we were the only team that broke the rules? You don't think we're the only team that broke the rules?
Real Madrid bought a car park.
You're the only team to get caught. You're the one.
Madrid were barefaced. Madrid just said, we'll pay you the car park. They kept it $1. Madrid kept it $1.
Yeah,
PSG is better than a Fiddler's elbow. How they look? Go on.
I was saying we got hit with that ban, yeah, because they don't want to see us win.
Yeah,
no, but also you were signing kids at like 15 and buying them houses, bro. Like, what's going on?
Making their dad scouts.
You're paying their families. Like it wasn't even like, oh yeah,
Mama need a house, maybe need some shoes.
Because Christian's dad don't know ball. You think Christian's dad knows ball? Bogus qualifications. Get out of my face, man.
Get out of here, man.
Look, and now apparently they're changing the rules. They're changing the rules. Look, listen, in the summer they want to change the rule. You can only sign 5-year deals. When we signed Kepa on a 7-year deal, were you man complaining?
Nope.
I didn't hear that.
They were laughing.
I didn't hear anyone complain then. When we a few months ago we signed Armando Broja to a 7-year deal. Was anyone complaining?
Nope. Hey, football's a farce, man.
What complained then? Now Chelsea are here, you want to change the rules.
Oscar's going on like it's not a farce. That's the thing I think I find most annoying. Is that you're acting like you don't know this is a farce.
It's rigged, but we're all playing a rigged game. That's what I'm saying.
100%.
We're all playing the rigged game.
Yeah, if you can make it work for you, I respect it.
My friend, we're not playing it like Chelsea's playing it. Let's be very clear.
If we're playing Monopoly and the dealer slides you 20 under the table, don't be mad when he slides me 300. Don't be mad. You see it through.
Hey, you're bent, bruv.
Oscar's coming.
Have you seen your number 5?
And the thing is,
let's not sling mud now. Let's not sling mud now, please.
Hey, Peter, do you know what I really want? Do you know what I really want more than anything? Yeah, there was one transfer window, January transfer window, where the deadline passed. Yeah. Arsenal signed Arshavin like 5 hours after the deadline. I said, how?
Bro, I remember that.
I need Enzo Fernandez on the 1st of February, not the 31st. I want him on the 1st.
Hey, football.
What? That's his medical on a plane.
What I need to know is how can Chelsea be spending this money and no one has anything to say? Nobody has anything to say.
You know,
The fact that Chelsea pulled the wool over our eyes to say, "Oh, the Mudryk deal, don't worry, we're still in compliance because we're going to spread it over 7 years." Oh, come on,
come on, Peter, come on, man.
Come on, am I a moron?
Do you remember back in the day when you used to play GTA San Andreas, yeah, and you had your one bedroom that would go on Google, get the cheat codes, up, down, left, right, R, L, X5, the triangle, circle. All of a sudden, 1 billion in the bank account.
And a private jet pulls out of the sky.
Oh, yeah. The tank. I got the tank now. How did I get
the tank just drops.
I'm completing no missions. I got a tank all of a sudden.
No, guys, like we're laughing. Yeah, I'm genuinely serious, man. Panorama, Watchdog. I need something to come and play. You know what I'm saying? Like Sky documentaries. Whoever has the budget to go and check out this fast, because guys, we're talking. Chelsea are spending. Let me say it again. 200+ million in January. Nah.
God Bowley.
Oscar, after 300 million in the summer, Chelsea are spending $500 million in a year. Wonderful
food, great meal. Great meal. Before, Nathan has a comment said, Oscar, simple question. You sign all these players to long deals. What happens if your next manager doesn't have most of them in their plans? What then? It's a sticky situation. Chelsea play at Stamford Bridge, and I'll have to say we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I don't understand why we're thinking so far ahead of our next managers. This Oscar, is the question. Era.
Oscar, I got a question for you on that in response to that.
Murad says 5 stars, no police. Think about it. Think about it.
Oscar, I will say this. Do you think like Todd Bowley's gone to bed with Potter in terms of like no matter what, they are not sacking this man at least in the next 2 years. They're giving him the reign.
So. I would hope so.
I feel like that's where they're going.
I don't want to put the cart before the horse because I don't really know this Bowley guy. Like I'm taking it as it comes. Like it's just all new. But
Oscar, even you've got to say though. Even you've got to. There must be a day you wake up, yeah. You're laying in bed and you see the tweets, yeah. Another signings happen. Another thing. You must sit there and think, yo, is this real? Surely you think this.
But Pete, I felt this way in 2003. It feels
Oscar, 500 million in 6 months.
It's basically the equivalent. Like there was one summer we signed Greenbridge, Veron, Hernan Crespo. They were all just rolling through the door, and it was like, what the heck is going on here?
But FFP didn't exist then. We're talking
FFP doesn't exist now. That's the thing that you lot don't understand. FFP doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. It only exists if you don't have the money. Chelsea have the money.
Yeah, it's like the law. It's like taxes. You only pay taxes if you're broke.
Then what?
You think Jeff Bezos knows what tax is?
Offshore accounts, B. Offshore accounts. Assad says, it's good we're getting players sorted now so they can bed in easier for preseason. The next thing is, let's just get rid of players. We got to get rid of players. You know what I mean? If we were to get Enzo in, I'd be okay with Jorginho leaving. It wouldn't be my plan.
Bring that over.
It might have to be that.
He can keep his house in London, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just come over, blood.
Yeah, you know his wife's English. He's assimilated to the culture, you know.
Is it? He's got an English thing.
I couldn't believe it, bro.
I'm disappointed.
I'm surprised.
I'm actually quite disappointed.
It's really disappointed. That's great.
Well, from where? From Rockford. Where's your from?
You know what I'm saying? He could have something from. You know what I'm saying? He has the pick. He could go Brazil. He could go Italy. He had the pick.
I remember one day, because he always posts pictures of his wife, and she's like some brunette things. I mean, she must have some Italian thing. Fair enough. One day she posted a story, and it was like, "Happy birthday, Jorginho." I'm like, what?
Oh,
it sounded like Stacey Solomon.
Nah, man.
She's not from Tuscany.
No, she's from Reading. That's the answer
to that. She's from Barking.
He's settled in London.
She could have been from Rome. She could have been from Bergamo, bro. Instead, she's from Barking.
I don't believe he has. I don't believe he has.
I've not said anything bad about Barking. I'm not trying to get any men them on me.
But yeah, we can depart. We can depart from the Chelsea talk on this. Chelsea play Fulham on Friday night, 8 p.m. under the lights, Stamford Bridge nights. You already know what that's on. Mudryk back
on Friday.
Yeah.
Badiashile in the team. Who knows? Could there be Enzo Fernandez in the team? Possibly.
He'll be in the stadium. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, man. So will I.
Oscar will be at the bridge. Let me tell you right now as well. Let's move things along. I guess we could talk briefly on Man United since Robinho is in the builds. But yeah, Man United getting their business done. Obviously, Reading. Let's show that on TV. Let's show Man United Reading on TV and not show. I mean, there was a plethora. Accrington and Stanley Leeds. You know what I'm saying? Give me something.
Nah. Peter, don't do that.
I'm watching
Accrington Stanley.
Peter, you had to reach. I was
so fed up with the TV schedule. I watched Serie A all Sunday. Like all day. It started off deliciously. Well, I think it was Empoli against Spezia. I said, yeah, all right. Then we got into the Juve Monza. Then we got into Fiorentina Lazio. Then we got into Napoli Roma. Delicious stuff. Big up Victor Osimhen. 13 points clear, Napoli. Serie A title could be done. Milan losing 5-2 at home to Sassuolo. What's going on? Obviously, Inter getting the 3 points.
That deserve it, yeah?
Oh, boy. Them men are fighting relegation, bro. Let me tell you.
Yeah, he deserved his little spat with Harvey Elliott.
Hey?
Harvey Elliott pushed him out of De Zerbi's hands, and then
De Zerbi has to make one phone call, and Elliott's done. He's done out here, bro.
Elliott's tiny, He's a boy. Get a grandma's business.
Anyways,
go do your homework, man.
We've lost another midfielder.
Which is
very, very, very annoying because Andy Carroll decided. We lost Ericsson because Andy Carroll decided to cripple him during the game.
Wait. Andy Carroll's still playing football.
That's what I thought when I saw him start. I said, Andy Carroll's still here.
Ain't no number 2.
And he wears number 2. It's a farce.
Huh?
It's like when Adebayor wore number 4 for Togo. It's just fast.
I'm surprised that Adebayor didn't wear number 1, to be fair. Yeah, because literally, Oscar, I kid you not, right? He signed for Reading. I think number 9 must have been taken. So then he asked his daughter, so love, what's your favourite number? He said number 2, daddy. So then he wore number 2.
People need to stop listening to their kids. I hear it, yeah, but just allow it.
True.
You're centre forward.
It's true.
Yeah, stop listening to your kids.
It was number 16, number 24, number 2. Big man.
Yeah, you have to look at it.
If you know it says 2, you at least run at 22. You know what I mean? What are you doing with number 2?
If I'm a centre forward, and my daughter says 2, I'm looking at her for ages. I'm just going to stare at her till she changes that number.
I'll say, when you're older, you'll understand.
There's too much involvement with these kids.
And Oscar, bearing in mind, he's like the prototype of a number 9. He's like a English big bruiser, ball-heading, physical threat. He's a target man.
Yeah, absolutely. Man. He's a Liverpool legend.
I mean,
Robinho, Man United. Go ahead, mate.
Yeah,
he's
legendary for sure.
It felt routine, if that makes sense. On the game, we moved. But as I was saying, the squad is thin. We're literally one injury away in all 3 areas that it can go very wayward. And that's the main worry about it.
And you're in all comps, aren't you?
I'm in all comps.
You're in all
comps. I'm ready to can the FA Cup. And
who you got in the next round?
Well, at the moment, I think West Ham, because I think they're beating Derby 2-0. So it's West Ham next. Okay. So yeah. And yeah, we're a couple of weeks away from Barcelona. And I'm just thinking to myself, either we try and do some emergency thing and see what we can get in the next 24 hours, or we just got to can a couple things, because in reality, the aim is to get Champions League football. And if we're still in all 4 competitions, these players are going to die. We've already lost people already. We can't afford to be in all of them.
Stay in the competition, fam. Stay in the comps.
They're in the minors.
I want to see United have that epic fail. But yeah, fair news. Anyway, Man United doing their thing. Obviously, semi-final against you got
not Forest. They got beaten, whatever, 3-0. So I think we'll go to the final.
You're going to be at Wembley?
Newcastle. I wish. I looked at the date. I said it was the same time I'm on a business trip to Germany, and I was like, damn, I have to go. I was ready to buy. I was like, a ticket to Wembley.
Wait, Wembley for the semi?
No, final. Carabao Cup.
Why do Wembley? Oh, for the Carabao Cup. Sorry.
Yeah. Said Feb 29th, and I was like, oh, I'm out the country.
Newcastle, do your job and beat Southampton because we cannot have Southampton Man United in the final. We can't.
Newcastle do their job. It's a matter of them doing their job in the final. I think Southampton are they're focused on survival.
I mean, them. Speaking of Newcastle,
Yeah.
Joe Linton is sick, bro. Brother, I don't like. I'm mesmerized every time I watch him. I'm like, who is this guy?
Reformed.
Speaking of Joe Linton, they've got another blonde guy that's joined their midfield. Anthony Gordon has signed.
45 million quid.
Claire Balls with you.
That is what you call he saw the ship. He saw it sinking, and he said, "I am out of here." That is simply put.
Can I say something about this kid?
Go on.
I feel quite sorry for him. You know.
No.
Go on. Let's hear it. Go on.
Because, look, he broke into that Everton team.
He's a twat.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I mean, you can have your say.
How you really feel, Adrian?
I want to hear why you feel so strongly about that. But like, he broke into the Everton team, playing very well for the team, was giving his heart in, good performances, decent baller, helped them stay up last year. You could argue they wouldn't be in the Premier League right now without a couple of his goals and his tenacity and help in the games that they drew and stuff like that. He was very, very
good last year. Him and Richarlison were the best two.
He was excellent last year. Yeah. Then all of a sudden he got linked with Chelsea, and then because he was linked with a big club, everyone just started to talk about how bad he was because he was linked with a club that was maybe a few years ahead of where he should be. So everyone's like, he can't do this. He's technically not this. He can't score goals. He blah, blah. Everyone started talking about what he can't do rather than what he can do. And when you're a young player coming into the league, that's the last thing you need is people just pointing out your flaws. You know what I mean? It was super unfair on him because he's not a Premier League veteran. He's just come into the league. So for him to perform in a sinking ship, that Everton side, my goodness. Yeah, you've got senior players that don't want to be there. You had an inexperienced manager guiding him through it all, and he was being overplayed. Like, he's had a tough time of it, and he's performed really, really well for Everton. I'm happy he's getting a move to a club where they've got Eddie Howe as the manager, where they've got long-term vision. You know, the fans are going to get behind him and love him. He's actually going to have a good time of it. So I'm happy for him, man.
Let me add on to that. Yeah, I like Everton Football Club. They're one of those football clubs that I'm like, you know what, like, you know, if Arsenal didn't exist, there's a few clubs that I look at.
The People's Club. That's what it is.
There's a few where I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And obviously, I know that's not going to be popular with the Liverpool guys, but with Oscar on this one, right? Like, I'm with Oscar on this one. Gordon, for me, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Oscar's laid it pretty well. Do you want to see what Everton said when he left? Do you want to hear what their statement was when he leaves? First of all, it just said Gordon leaves Everton. That's the headline, right? Then it says Anthony Gordon has joined Newcastle United for an undisclosed fee. 21-year-old leaves Everton after submitting a formal transfer request. Gordon joined the club's academy at age 11 and made a senior debut at 16 years of age in the Europa League tie in 2017. This guy played in the Europa League in 2017 for Everton. He went on to make 78 first-team appearances, scoring 7 goals. That's it. I'm so sorry. There's a few problems I have with this statement.
Peter, what more should they have said?
First of all, he's one of your players that you got out your graduate, you know, he's graduated from your club, blah, blah. There is no good luck in your best endeavors. They didn't want to wish him well. They didn't think. No, but listen, handing in a transfer request, right? No matter who the player is, everybody has also always got a statement where it's like, you know what?
He refused to train. He disrespected the fans. He's a nasty little so-so on the pitch. He throws himself to the ground every 14 minutes.
What did he do to the fans? What did he do to the fans?
There was a time where the Everton fans were really, really upset. Like, they were going through it. They're having a really, really bad time. And then you see this guy getting he's played less than 100 games in the league. He gets into his 200 grand car, laughing, pulling funny faces. He's a disrespectful twat. I'm so sorry. Like, he's genuinely one of the most unlikable players in the league. He's not particularly good. I don't feel
plays in the league. He's not 21 years old. Like,
I've seen it. There's a video of him. Trying to start a fight with his Newcastle teammates now in the reverse fixture. Go and have a look.
Yeah, that was
like he's always like, every time something kicks off in the pitch, he's always in the thick of it, and he's a scrawny little git. Nah, genuinely, Because at least with Rudiger, I admired Rudiger deep down. I was like, Rudiger, like, I want you in battle with me. That's why I hate you. You're my black. Gordon, I genuinely despise him. Genuinely.
The thing is, though, you look at the 21-year-old kid, right? And he's under a tuition or leadership, which is Everton Football Club, right? So not a lot's going to come good out of that situation. This is a club who, when they sacked Lampard, they had the choices between Bielsa and Sean Dyche. That tells you exactly where Everton are in terms of direction. No one's got a clue what's going on there. And by the way, did we not see Sean Dyche even from Friday driving into the training ground? And it's only announced today that he's the manager of Everton Football Club. I'm not being funny. This bloke's been at Everton for about a weekend, and yeah, we're only getting it now.
He's already found a place to live.
He's probably staying in his house in Nottingham, which apparently he's lived all this time. So I honestly, like, yes, what he did was not great. I totally agree with it. I just think Everton, you're the football club. Show a bit more class, man. I know he was a scumbag.
Also,
let us think he's a scumbag, and let's not don't be blameless in this situation. That's what I'd say.
But also, Peter, newsflash: you gave this lovely soliloquy. He came into the academy at 7. He's played X amount of games for them. He's played for them in the Europa League. And when that ship is sinking beyond a trace, and when you need a man to come up and step up from the parapet and fight, that's what the Everton fans ask for. They ask you to fight. Man hands in a transfer request 4 days before the deadline. Where does the person find a replacement?
That's nonsense. That's nonsense.
It's not nonsense.
When they were in a relegation battle last season, he was fighting. He played every single game and he was fighting. And people do this whole, you've been here since you were 7 years old. You have to he should do more for the club.
You mentioned that. Why I should feel sorry for him?
No. But like people say that the club, that players should have respect for the club because they've been there for that long. Look, vice versa, it's a business. He's been in this club since he was a kid, and he's seen all of his boys get released one by one. He knows if he weren't good enough, he weren't going to play for Everton. So when he was good enough, he demanded more, and now it's time for him to go up. If he wasn't good enough,
he forced the transfer.
If he wasn't good enough, Everton would have sold him. The fact that there were top clubs in for him, a club like Newcastle that is only on the right.
Was in for him last year.
Come on, man. Get me out of here.
Chelsea were trying to pay 60 and he didn't do it.
Well, there's a way you do things, and he just comes up his character.
No, I agree. I agree with you on that. He's not blameless in this, for sure.
Balotelli's 11-12 only Prem assist says, not even Rooney did what great assist. Blonde twat. I hear the decision, man. I'm failing to see what he did. That was sorry.
Get ready for when Everton are at home to Newcastle. I think it's next month or a couple months.
Nuclear heat.
Nuclear heat. There's going to be all manner of litter on that pitch. All manner. Yeah. Anyway,
I hope they go down.
They got Sean Dyche.
I mean, I can eat, and what's that I'm saying? You can't have your cake and eat it.
Yeah, you can.
I think Everton are going to give me that cake. No, but Oscar, I'm so sorry, but no, this Anthony Gordon guy, I'm so sorry. Like, he forced his way out from his boyhood club. He's down toast. He's refused to train. He's thrown his toys out of a pram to fall through a move to Newcastle when his team on a relegation. But I'm sorry, he's a scumbag. He's a scumbag. Don't give me all of this. Football's a business.
What if But you know what's funny? We laugh at Harry Kane because Harry Kane went AWOL and is still at Spurs, right? Sometimes the player has to force the move. In as immoral and unethical as it is, I feel like sometimes the players actually, like Caicedo right now, he's doing it. Trossard did it. They are going hell for leather. Get me out of this place. And it looks like Everton weren't going to budge unless Gordon started throwing these antics. And now he's got his move to Newcastle. He would say, job well done.
I'll be happy.
Whereas with Harry Kane didn't turn up to training, and that was the end of that. And then he's still scoring goals, trying to match Jimmy Greaves and whoever the hell he's trying to match up with goals, right? He's not fighting for trophies. He's fighting for frigging golden, all-time top goal scoring charts at Spurs. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's unethical, but I think, Gordon and players like Caicedo and whatever else, they're looking at it like, this is my one time I can get out of here now. And by the way, who wants to be in that sinking ship at Everton? Let's keep it a buck. Let's not act like we all would want to be in there. Like we couldn't get the hell out of Dodge when Newcastle come knocking on the door. Come on, I'm out of here.
So, Peter, if the Arsenal needed you,
Nah, you see me, yeah? See me, I'm a different breed, innit? The Arsenal, I ain't leaving for nobody. I ain't leaving for no football club. I'm Stevie G, Jamie Carragher, you know what I'm saying? I am Matt Lettis through and through, bruv.
I'm from a different club.
Bro, Madrid could bid for me. I'm not going.
What did Tony Adams say? Put the contract in front of me, I'll sign it. He didn't even care about the numbers.
He said, where do I sign?
Ian Wright. I was going to say something bad. I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Peter, you're a liar.
Was he sober when he said that?
I'm a liar. Hang on, am I?
You're a liar.
Why?
Because if the Bernabeu come calling for you, you're there. You're doing Hala Madrid and everything.
I ain't going. Let me tell you, I ain't going, bro. Like, well, I gotta go learn Spanish and that. That's long. I ain't going. The thing is,
you think Gareth Bale learned Spanish?
And look how they treated him. Look how they treated him. I'm not trying to get eat like that.
His legacy is bigger than R9 and Zamfigo's at that club. And look how they treat him.
You're telling me if Los Blancos slap the contract on the table, you're not going?
Nah, man, I'm staying here, boy. The Arsenal FC.
You got 10 brothers. They're not going to your brothers at Arsenal.
I know, right?
On $3,000 a week.
You know what? Yeah, that Caicedo statement. It looked like he sent a text to someone, and they just copied and pasted the text as the post.
Yeah, that's Google Translate.
That's Google Translate right there.
Ridiculous.
Not speaking. Yeah.
Anyway. All right, boys.
My mum was tugging on the heartstrings. Mum was using emotive language.
Emotive language. Listen, guys. Sean Dyche is joining Everton. Everton will now survive because you know what's around Everton? I'll give you the managers' names: Nathan Jones, Gary O'Neill,
Fling your hook,
Jesse Marsh, Brendan Rodgers, Steve Cooper. They've got Dyche. Listen, guys. Everton are fine. They are fine.
Unfortunately.
Right, I saw a tweet the other day. They said you look at Jesse Marsh differently when someone calls him a Yank Lampard.
That's outrageous. All right, guys. Oscar, are we on to awards very quickly? Then we can do the fixtures and done.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Who's the player of the week? Matoma.
Yeah, 100%.
He might be player of the season. How about it?
Listen, Matoma player of the week, and he's goal of the week as well.
That's goal of the week too.
It's goal of the week.
That goal was
dirty. The way he
that touch
to the bus stop.
It was in honor of Ice Spice's album dropping this weekend that he decided that he's going to make Joe Gomez bust it for a real one. Crazy.
And the team of the week, is it Brighton and Hove? Is it the Hove?
Was there any upsets? What about Wrexham?
No, there was no upsets at all.
Wrexham fought for their lives.
Replay, isn't it? Wrexham are in a replay.
But you see goal of the week. Did Casemiro score a banger?
It kind of did, but it was a 30-yarder, but it wasn't a screamer. It was was it
Lampard?
It was a nice and slow. It was a nice and slow one, but it curled nicely.
Oscar, did
he play ping pong before he hit the net?
If I'm honest, Fred's goal was better than Casemiro's.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it was a nice little flip.
How many goals did he score? Lampard.
We get it. Bob Tamlin, we get it. What was I gonna say?
Oh no, guys! Did you see this goal, Peter? You must have saw it.
I didn't see
Victor Smith's goal.
Victor Osimhen.
Let me watch it now. It was crazy.
It was mad.
It was nasty. It was like Matoma's goal. It was nasty. Then he smacked the roof of the net. Oh, lovely.
Yeah, it was the finish for me because the touch, the control, back. And Peter, speaking of number 9s, Arsenal should have been all over that.
Yeah, but that's going to cost you 100.
Is it from my man as well?
Yeah, it will cost you peas though. Yeah, it'll cost you 100 at least.
Boys, that Osimhen goal. Oh my good.
His mask alone will cost you 100. If want the player himself, goes slap on some VAT, man.
I think United will go for it in the summer. I think United will go for him in the summer.
I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea are in there as well.
You know what?
Last ditch.
Listen, Peter, I'm calling it now. Whoever gets that boy, the challenger for the league next season. Whoa. You've just given yourself 25 goals in the league.
I don't know.
Big
Guys.
I don't know.
Nah, but he's got it all, man. He's got it all. No, genuinely, there are some players I know won't fail in this league. He's one of them. 100 million, I'd close my eyes. I'll just do it. He's cold, man.
This is a player who replaced Pepe at Lille. They did not miss Pepe one bit. Not one bit. So here we are. Team of the week is Brighton. They smacked up Liverpool. To be fair, although we can't recognise Liverpool, I think this is 2 weeks in a row. Brighton have got a clean sweep. That's mad, you know.
Yeah,
that's
they're doing their thing. They're doing their thing.
Liverpool.
Whilst we were talking about Serie A, we forgot to add another player onto the list of players that Edu couldn't get over the line. That was Dusan Vlahovic.
I don't know if you've been watching him since, Oscar.
Yeah, good for him.
I still take him.
70 million quid. Yeah, go for it, mate.
Yeah, I did it in the summer.
Go for it, mate.
In one of these, in a heartbeat.
Hey, Oscar. So Peter, do you think Arsenal dodged a bullet there?
No, I don't think so. I don't think they. Okay. I'm not going to go that far. He's a top quality player. Juventus are Everton. They're a frigging mess.
So Juventus are Everton with league titles.
Exactly. That's exactly what they are. They are decrepit right now. They were deducted 15 points in the season. Do you know what's crazy about this? Yeah, they survived the court case with football. It was then taken to this is a criminal investigation because they're in the stock exchange. The prosecutor against Juve asked them to be deducted 9 points. How did they get 15? The criminal activity was
they said between 9 and 15.
The prosecutor asked for 9. The prosecutor asked for 9 and they slapped 15. Oh my god.
I'm saying the prosecutor asked for 9, but the actual punishment was ranged between 9 to 15. So the prosecutor was being nice to them.
So the point I'm making, bro, is if I want you to get 10 years in prison and they give you 15 years, bro, your crime is beyond the prosecution's even asking
recommendation.
It's madness, bro.
You're beyond the CPS.
This is the team, bro. This is a team that is behind Monza, Empoli, Fiorentina, Bologna, Torino. Are you hearing these teams? Udine. What?
Listen,
come on,
Peter.
Come on,
Peter. The Juventus fire sale. Pogba part 3. That's what I'm hearing.
Chiesa, Vlahovic, if you're a Vailey, you know what I'm saying? Let's make it rain, boy. Weston McKennie's gone to Leeds United, guys.
He's gone to Leeds United.
Yeah. Come on. That's
a weird transfer.
It's not that weird. It's an American manager for an American.
Oh, yeah, it's the most obvious. How many youngsters have they got in that squad?
Say again?
They got Tyler Adams as well. Yeah, that's the midfield.
I'm just saying, I don't know if Weston McKennie watches football or in general.
Why?
Or being a fan. I don't know how you just go from Juventus
to a relegation battle. Yeah. That's on him.
Yeah, that's
it's like when Man leave Man United, isn't it? And they go to like.
I'd stay at Juve. I'm staying at Juve over Leeds.
He's gone to a Premier League salary.
Yeah.
What makes you think he's going to make him more at Leeds than he would at Juve?
We'll play this position for a start.
Let's be very clear.
Who's playing right midfield that time?
They said Pully to Leeds, man. I can't wait. I can't wait. I will be there no matter what.
Ellen Rose?
Was that a Boston accent you gave us, Oscar?
That's like a Boston bro. Pulisic under Jesse Marsh. Like Pulisic, I still believe this guy's a good player. It's just not working at Chelsea. Like it's just not working.
Who's not that guy this week, guys?
Who is not that guy?
Can I go to another sport very, very quickly?
Yeah, go on. I love it when we go to another sport.
Did anybody watch the NFL playoffs this weekend? Oscar?
I did not.
Robin.
But I've heard some stuff.
I bring to you Kansas City against the Cincinnati Bengals. I saw 2 joke refereeing calls that literally gave the Kansas City Chiefs the AFC title. I could not believe what I was watching. It was so bent. Imagine, Patrick Mahomes is getting sacked on the straight up and down, and the referee saying aggressive foul, unattended push. NFL is rough. It's rough and rugged, right? And this idea of forceful foul and it was better than a fiddler's elbow, bro. I couldn't believe what I was watching.
Fiddler's elbow.
It's the fact that they talk on mic and they're like, offensive foul to the aggressing too hard. He says it, with chest on the mic. I wanted to find out who this guy was. I was like, you're a disgrace. That's 2 calls you've made that are a frigging joke. I just wanted to just mention that the NFL referee, whatever your name was, in Kansas was a frigging farce and a joke, and cost Cincinnati Bengals a playoff in the Super Bowl. Come on, you Eagles.
Can I say I'm not that guy? Just because how it's just happened and out of the blue last 24 hours. Yeah, Cancelo's not that guy still. to try. Yeah, he's not that guy still.
Bro,
because
let's put it this way: you
can't be fighting Pep.
You say that he's gone to Bayern, bro. He's not losing. He's not really losing.
Question.
He just went sideways.
If City win the league, does he get a medal?
Yeah.
Yes.
He could get 2 league titles this year.
We're talking about that Kurt Angle on TNA. He's got all the gold.
There's a player who played in the Premier League. He got a title from Ajax and a title in England, I want to say.
So that generally happens. So you're saying people who do half the season.
Somebody you get half the.
I think Minamino got 2.
Yeah,
all you got to do,
got 2.
yeah, is it Minamino? You don't even have to play any games anymore as long as you're registered to the squad.
You've done enough. You've done enough games.
And the Lenny Pigsley thing.
Does that work? Does that work for cups?
I was skanking with the medal.
I don't know about cups. I just know for leagues.
Maybe it does, because Matt Smith for Arsenal got a FA Cup in 2020 and he didn't kick a ball. So
yeah, man. I think
he's still a pro, Matt Smith.
I think I need to start running.
Was it Matt Macy?
No, Matt Smith.
What? There's another one.
He's a blonde kid in central mid. Sorry.
Good.
I like him. He's all right, bro. If we don't get any,
did anybody watch the NBA? Because Nathan's brought something up that I have not seen. Something to do with LeBron.
Was this LeBron in Boston?
Mm.
Yeah, Celtics Lakers. Wait, the ref in the Celtics Lakers game that literally saw LeBron get slapped in his hand and didn't call it. Yeah, nah. But LeBron's got that nuclear heat in Boston as well. He called them straight out racist. He says, "I just think they're racist. I think the crowd's racist." Just call them out. What's it?
They are racist down in Boston.
In Boston. But yeah, no, I didn't see that in the NBA still. Yep, he does, but I want Bayern or Liverpool to win in the Champions League knockouts.
Yeah, Bayern have been a bit smelly this season. Not the usual Bayern. They've not been the usual, yeah. They're going to win it. They're still gonna,
I'm seeing their league. I'm seeing Wolfsburg chasing them up. Come on, that.
No, Union Berlin, my guy.
Union Berlin. I mean, do me a favor.
They're 1 point behind. Do me a
favor. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Union Berlin. I mean, do me a favor, guys. Do me the Bundesliga can bun, blood. You know what I'm saying? That's a bummy league, man. I'm not trying to hear it.
It says Andre Schürrle won the league. Yeah, I kind of just want to know if it's for cups as well, because I want to see if I can really run the agenda that Lampard's a Champions League winning manager. That's really.
Hey, lads. On Ernest's point, yeah, I can't believe Schürrle just walked away at 29.
Just left.
I just said I'm not feeling it no more. Like later.
I really liked him, man. He wasn't I don't think he was a great player, but he had a good vibe.
He was a little viber, innit? He was a viber. All right.
Traveling, to be fair.
Moises Caicedo has been ill-advised. It's a shocker. It's a stinker, because the fact that he's been told he can't come to training, he should stay well away, and he's gonna be playing in a Brighton shirt come February 4th. Like it's a mess.
So Peter, why were you respecting Anthony Gordon but then saying Caicedo has been ill-advised?
Because the Caicedo Oscar, the statement is a joke thing
on Instagram. Ugh.
It's a joke thing. Like Anthony Gordon done his moves, blah blah, right? Like, and what's so funny is that what's it called? Like, Everton's statement said that, after he formally requested a transfer request, right, to thingy. Like, I didn't need to know all that information. Just talk about how much of a play was, blah blah. Anyway, Gordon's proof is in the pudding. Like, Gordon's gone, whereas Caicedo and Brighton are adamant they're not selling unless Arsenal stick 90 or make a shake. That's it. But Oscar, look at the statement. Did you read it? Did you read it? Man said, I'm going to give you guys a world record fee, and you lot can reinvest. He's telling man what they can.
Yeah, he literally said, "Yo, you can reinvest the P." Like, he said, "When I'm gone, you can spend it."
Oscar, he had a stinker. He's had a stinker. He's had an absolute stinker. Anyway, for me, Moises Caicedo is not that guy because it's just what was that?
Adrian, what's going on
there?
He's got that hotline bling. He's got that hotline bling, boy. Did you see him the other night, boy? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, predictions for this week, guys. Oscar said it was Friday night football. It's the Chelsea in the West London derby.
Chelsea.
Against Fulham.
Mudryk home debut.
Wait, João Felix? Oh no, sorry. Wait, no.
Oh, João Felix, man. Three of my brothers still in the gulag.
Mitrovic is back. He's back in it.
Okay, what's your thoughts, very quickly? What's your thoughts on Hakim Ziyech going to PSG? See you later. See you later, bro.
Fair play, lad.
Wait. How did I miss that? I've not.
Robin stinker. The Parisian stinker.
Yeah,
you should be all over. You should be all over. I thought you run the keep.
League 1.
I've
not heard about that.
What about Florian Balogun? Oh, 90th minute against PSG.
Oh, I heard about that one. That one I know.
See about his manager's 30 years old.
He looked young still, I ain't gonna lie. That manager looked like a young buck. And then he gave the little TT celebration.
Although it wasn't TT, was it?
It was though.
He posted a picture of Thierry Henry not doing the thing that he's doing.
The thing is, what I find so mad about that picture is that Thierry Henry actually has done a picture of the one that Balogun did. He chose the wrong picture. I couldn't believe it.
I said, that's the Nketiah what you did. You did the Nketiah.
Oscar is a stinker. Let me tell you, he's a stinker.
That's a stinker. It's a Chelsea win. Arsenal draw. Spurs lost. United win.
Arsenal draw? Show some respect. We're playing Everton.
Everton.
Oh, Sean Dyche. That manager.
That would have been Sean Dyche. It's that Goodison Park.
Yes.
That's even better.
That manager bounce.
12:30 on Saturday. 12:30 BT Sport Saturday.
How many times have you drawn this season?
Twice. Only 10 to go, Robin. Only 10 to go. Anyway, Chelsea to win. Yeah, everyone's predicting a Chelsea home win.
I'll say Fulham.
Oh, you're saying Fulham away win?
Yeah.
Look, he's hoping. He wants that to happen.
Yo.
Oh. More than you believe,
Oscar.
More than you believe.
Also, let's not act like a couple of weeks ago Fulham didn't pipe Chelsea not that long ago. Midweek, night time.
You see the thing about the old days? The old days. It's today. It's today, man.
It's Peter, I'm gonna tell you something.
Even in that Fulham game, I think if João Felix didn't get sent off, I think we would have probably got something out of that game.
Yeah, true.
I think the vibe at Chelsea is good. The vibe at Chelsea.
I'm going for a draw, man. I'm going for a draw still. I think Fulham are going to nick something late on.
Ernest says, lads, considering Chelsea's expenditure, what should we expect from them?
What year? This season? Top 4.
No.
Top
Europe.
4, end of.
Europe.
Top 4, man. They spent 250 million in January. Top 4.
How many points off top 4? 10 points, yeah?
I haven't even looked at the table.
Let me have a look. Chelsea FC are 10 points off top 4.
It's definitely doable. I think we should be aiming for top 4. I've not given up on top 4, so I think that should be.
Wait, you're 10 points off third, not even just top 4.
Because we're drawing. Yeah, that's Newcastle drawing.
Yeah, man, it's doable. Like 3 wins, the landscape is different. 3 wins in a row, and when I look at Chelsea's February and Chelsea's February and then Chelsea's March, the only big game we have is Tottenham. So
when do we play you at OT?
Back end of the season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know when exactly, but it's not in February or March. So we should go on a run, Chelsea. We need to, man. We've got players coming back from injury, and we've got new players coming into the side. Chelsea win.
And you're off to Dortmund soon as well.
Anyway, Chelsea. I'm gonna go for a draw. Everton at home to Arsenal. 12:30 kickoff on Saturday.
Do you know what? It'll be so funny if it's a draw.
If I wake up and sit down at 12:30 and I see,
nah, man,
Burnley Everton,
Nah.
Burnley's back. Let's be clear about one thing. Everybody's thinking about Dyche's back. Burnley's back. Yeah. They play in blue. And they play in blue. Oh.
Speaking of Burnley, they're that's what company's got them.
Hold your microphone, PR.
What? Go on, Peter.
What happened?
Static shock.
Yeah,
Are you eating cereal over there? Because I can hear snap, crackle, and pop. It's all going on.
Is it still going?
No, not anymore. I think
No, it can't.
You're touching your mic.
All right, cool. Whoa. Yeah, no, listen, Everton are dead, blood. Everton are dead.
They are dead. That's the only thing. They're dead. So it is an Arsenal.
Arsenal are gonna go there, blood, yeah, and lay the smack down on Dyche, on Tarkowski, on Cody, on Iwobi, all of them. They're all getting it, bro. Listen. I'm away next week, so I won't be on the pod. But if I see a draw, you see me in the comments. See me in the comments. I'll be chilling. I'll be chilling with wifey, bacon and eggs and sausage. You know what I'm saying? What beans? Watching the Arsenal lay the smackdown on Everton.
Guys, wait. Why are you eating beans at 12:30 on a Saturday? What's going on here?
What, you too good for a fry up?
I'm 12:30 on a Saturday. Get out of here, man.
You're too good for a fry up.
Beans at 12:30.
What time should they be?
Wait.
He said beans. He
said
beans at 12:30.
In full English.
No, get out here.
You don't have beans in a full English. That's a howler.
That's a stinker. It's not even a full English. That's just sausage and egg. That's not even a full English.
Do you know what? Robin's a black pudding guy. Bro. That's
Hell no.
He's a pork
black
scratch
pudding. You think of black pudding? Why is it called pudding?
What's in your pudding?
What's on your fry? What's on your
Let's hear this.
Full English.
Oh, let's hear this.
No. I don't do a full English.
Yeah, that's a stinker.
I don't do full English. Because there's two things on the plate that just don't need to be there: the beans and the black pudding. Why are they not there?
Now the black pudding can bounce.
That's something we can get rid of. I really deal with that.
You know what else can go? The mushrooms can get the hell out of here.
Mushrooms can stay. Mushrooms can stay.
You repugnant
mushrooms can stay.
You guys are childish.
Let's keep that buck.
Yeah. I'm just saying at the time, 12:30. When in the afternoon? When the afternoon?
Robinho, after a whole week of waking up at 5 a.m, yeah, I get to lie in on a Saturday, yeah.
If you said 10, I'll be there. I'll believe you.
And the thing is, Robin, Peter doesn't even always have Saturdays off. So his weekends are savoured when he has the Saturday off.
So the alarm will go off at 11:30. Do you know why? That's the coverage of the BT Sport. I'll roll out of bed with BT Sport in mind, and I'll be getting ready. I'll be getting dressed. The eggs will be whipping. You know what I'm saying? What? Boom, boom. Are you dumb? Nah, you don't understand. You don't understand. You don't understand. Anyway, Arsenal going to slap Everton. Let's not do this, guys. All right. Next big game.
Last time Everton played Arsenal at Goodison, Peter done a public apology.
Yep. I remember that.
Yeah.
Because he said
I was talking
Arsenal will not lose to Manchester United and Everton back to back. And I told him. Watch this space.
The top four.
Was it a Frank Lampard Everton, as well as was it a Rafa Everton? I think
it was a rap, and an Oli got on social Man United.
Garbage, utter garbage.
Listen, brother, I wolfed down a full English like I just come off a building site. That man's at Dino's calf. He said, "Ain't a black pudding a pig's heart?"
I think it's like pig blood. I think it's pig's blood or something like that.
No, why do people eat this?
I don't know. You're mental, blood. Anyway,
Endo said, I almost called him Enzo there. Preemptive. Enzo. He said toothpaste or water first.
Very quickly. If you put water first and then toothpaste, we need to ask questions.
Yeah, I do three. They do the water on the brush, then the toothpaste, then the water on top.
Okay, I've done that to clean the brush. Like I might just clean the brush quick and then fling it on. Yeah. Cereal or milk first. Now listen, this is a debate.
How could it be a debate?
I'll tell you why. When it's warm, see that Rice Krispies, if you want to have it a little warm, yeah, man's gonna warm the milk first. I'm gonna warm the milk first. I'm not gonna put the Rice Krispies in the microwave. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna warm that milk.
Wait. Who's putting Rice Krispies in the microwave?
No, because he said cereal or milk first. So if you put cereal,
I think he means in the bowl. No, I think he means in the bowl.
What do I mean? That's what he's saying. He said if he's warming the milk, then he puts the milk in first. But if he doesn't warm the milk,
what?
Cereal first.
Then it's cereal. Then
the cereal is always in the bowl first. Don't
even if you're warming the cereal, you're gonna warm the plate.
I don't care if it's warm or if it's lukewarm or if it's cold. It's cereal, because you're managing the cereal, not the milk.
Listen, the milk. Robin's is gonna be like porridge, blood. You know what I'm saying? Man's putting.
You see, porridge is the most repunk thing in the world. Like, why porridge is the most repunk thing?
Adrian, I mean,
it's gloop.
I've learned so much about you in the past 10 minutes, and I'm a
gloop. Why are you eating gloop?
You're eating gloop, and you don't eat a full English breakfast.
Listen, as a fellow Ugandan, you don't eat porridge. You've got to be kidding me.
Listen.
Do you eat oats?
Because I've been Uganda, I know exactly what porridge is. It's gloop. It's gloop.
Do you eat oats?
No. Because of porridge. Because of porridge. My life has never been the same. It's like down here, man.
This is
Adrian said, to be honest, I had cereal for breakfast since 7-7. What made you go with that verse? Why? That's 7-7.
The bombings, blood.
The bombings, man.
Yeah, but why? What's the cereal connection to that?
As in, like, that's how far back it goes. Like, we was getting attacked. Like, that's how long
cereal
it is.
Dead, man. What?
Now, cereal is dead, except Crunchy Nut. Cereal's dead. Let's keep it.
Crunchy Nut's a banger.
He said, I think it's the last time I remember having cereal in the morning. I can't remember.
We a big shit out flipping out.
I remember after the bombings, the next day in my school, it was sports day. I didn't go to school, yeah. So then the next Monday I'll come in, everyone's all mad at me because we lost sports day because I didn't turn up. I was just like, there was a bomb on a bus. Like, what do you mean to do? What's coming on the bus?
If you think I'm getting on a bus the next day, you must be out your mind, out your frigging mind.
Yeah.
Oh my days. Weetabix is all right.
Weetabix and tea.
That's a combination. I have to let one has to be finished first. You can't mix and match. I can't have a Weetabix and a tea and then Weetabix again and then tea. Nah. It's got to be one or the other. But anyway, protein is the way forward, bro. All this cereal nonsense, bro. Eggs, you know what I'm saying? Eggs, bacon, you know what I'm saying? I know certain men don't eat the roster, but anyway, Man United at home to Palace, 3:00 kickoff. I think that's a clean sweep.
We have to beat them. I'm so annoyed we let them score last minute.
You'll win, man. You're 3:00. Yeah. Man United have won the game already. Wolverhampton Wanderers at home to Liverpool, 3:00 kickoff as well. Guys, I'm only bringing it up because it could be Lopetegui.
I need Lopetegui to do his thing.
Yeah, I think Lopetegui might have a little draw thing.
Adrian, what's wrong with you?
What's your favorite protein? I got this PE science snookerdoodle flavor. You know what I'm saying? It's doing this thing, bro. That's what I'm saying.
What? What's the flavor?
You know how like Americans have got these random things like a birthday
cake. Mad flavor.
They got like a flavor for birthday cake, right? There's a snickerdoodle that I have. It's like a cookie. It's like a cookie. It's like a sugar cookie.
I hate Americans.
PE science, bro. That's what I'll say. Let's say Wolves are toothless. 0-0. Wolves suck. Okay, 1-0 Liverpool win. Surely it can't get worse. Yeah, honestly, like Liverpool have to win though. Like, I think Liverpool will win. But Lopetegui, man, Julian.
I could see a draw still. Where is that? I'm on you.
AD's been moving mad since Gordon was brought up. The rage has nuts.
And it's only because Gordon dived against Liverpool. That's the only reason he hates it.
Right. Newcastle are the 5:30 kickoff on Sky Sports at home. I said if we lose to Wolves, then Europa League may genuinely be tough to make this season. Wow.
Yeah.
Wolves are dross. Newcastle United at home to West Ham United, 5:30 on Sky Sports. Where's your money?
Moisey needs points. I don't see him getting points against Newcastle.
Newcastle need a win still.
Hey, listen, Newcastle gone shady without winning.
If we're talking about teams like Chelsea and Liverpool trying to make top 4, Newcastle might need to win this one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're talking teams. Yeah, exactly. Sunday, 5:30 kickoff. It's the big one. It's big. It's huge. Tottenham Hotspur.
Whoa. Sunday, 5:30.
4:30, I said. If I said 5:30, I meant 4:30.
I had 5:30. I was like, what?
16:30. Spurs taking on Manchester City. Who you guys got?
City.
This is that one top 6 game that doesn't feel like a top 6 game because no one really cares. I'm gonna go City.
Yeah, I'm gonna go City.
Wait, who's home?
Spurs.
Oh yeah, they gave them a little first half Lassic the other time, innit?
And then, by the way, they've won every game since. Just saying.
Yeah, man. Spurs are crap, but they win. Like, it's so annoying.
No, but like, as in Spurs were lost 4-2, Oscar, the other week with them. They were 2-0 up and lost 4-2.
Yeah.
So you're saying that they're gonna? You said Spurs
are terrible and overcome. This is why Conte's like where he is. I'm gonna say draw. Endo, spot on. He said, "Is it just me, or do Newcastle get too much airtime these days? They're so boring. Why are Liverpool and United games at 3 p.m. for this trust?" Guys, I'm a Newcastle, like, I love Newcastle at heart.
An enthusiast. Yeah.
I didn't realize I liked them because I only saw them on Match of the Day. When they're on television, they stink up the joint on a regular basis.
It's a stink, isn't it?
We're watching them draw 0-0 with Fulham. I'm watching them draw with Crystal Palace. Why is this televised?
Yeah. It's a lot of airtime, you know.
Get this off my damn TV.
Oscar, they're third in the league.
They're the new toys on the block as well.
Well, they need to learn to start playing St. Maximin to give me some entertainment because I'm not watching Jacob Murphy. Get out of it.
Lester, to be fair,
Jacob Murphy, Longstaff, and Willock. This is primetime television, Robin.
Listen. I need Newcastle to buy Scott McTominay. I need to see the final form.
You can't have two long staffs and buy. It can't happen.
You can.
Longstaff, Willock, Jacob Murphy, Anthony Gordon, and McTominay.
Oscar, don't talk grease on Sean Longstaff's name because he's been balling this season. They ain't watching. They don't want to know. Sean Longstaff has been balling. Anyway.
To be honest, let Newcastle get their time. We don't deserve TV for a while. I can't lie. Newcastle were playing Crystal Palace. I watched the first 20 minutes. I said, I need to cook. Let me just go and cook. So I cooked. I didn't care about the game.
Right, guys, that wraps up this week's Top 4 podcast. Thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe at Top 4 Podcast on the Twitter, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud. We're on YouTube's. We're on the TikTok. You know what I'm saying? AD says McTominay will cook at Newcastle. Unfortunately, Gordon will press like a dog for them as well. Listen,
good
mate.
Good lad pressing. Good lad.
There might be, good bloke, innit? He's a good kind of bloke. That wraps up this week's Top 4 podcast. Make sure you join us next weekend when the Arsenal have gone to Everton and laid the smackdown, where Fulham have taken a point at Stamford Bridge, where Crystal Palace's Patrick Vieira nick a point at Old Trafford, and Julian Lopetegui gets 3 points against Jurgen Klopp. We will see you next Monday, 8 p.m. Subscribe, like the video. Boom, boom, boom.